sleep, I'm gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. Man, welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesday, y'all. Man, before we get into it, man, I just want to let y'all know, man, each and every week, man, we are so grateful that you take time out of your day to spend 2 to 3 hours with us, right? And I understand that so much is going on in the world. For you to allocate that time for us, man, it means so much to myself. It means so much to my team because we put so much work and we put so much effort in to make this possible, and we do it because we really love y'all, man. Like, we read all the comments. I see all the DMs. Jose, we see all the shares, all the downloads, and we just want to tell y'all, man, we appreciate y'all. And for everybody who watch the show that don't really like Trappin the team, man, we love y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Because we here to spread love, man, and help everybody navigate the market. So for that, we want to tell y'all we appreciate y'all again. All right, man, we got an amazing show tonight, man. Before we start the show, I want to say something right quick that was on my mind, like as we were preparing for the show, and always take a couple minutes to just like take it all in. I like to take a minute to just reflect on like how far we come. And I was just talking to my cousin, and I said, "Cuz, like, we gotta surrender. We gotta surrender, and we gotta get really good at surrendering." And it's surrendering the perspective and the mindset that we have on what moving forward look like. It's, yes, I want to get the money. Yes, I want to free my family, but who do I become in the process of that? Who do I have to kill inside to become the wealthy version of me? Who do I have to kill inside? What mindset, what habits do I have to kill? What perspective do I have to kill in order to evolve into the version of me that frees my family? The version of me that people will follow. Who do I have to kill? And so I want to go further and say, who do you have to surrender to? And we can look at the markets, man, and when we look at the market, like, the market doesn't just challenge your money. It challenges your mindset. The market doesn't just challenge your emotion. It challenges the economy. But it doesn't just challenge your perspective. It puts pressure on your power. See, I look at the market as like an ocean. Sometimes the ocean is calm. Sometimes the ocean is choppy. And sometimes the ocean is downright violent. But no matter what phase it's in, the ocean is always moving. And so while you on the boat in the ocean, what version of you has to show up? There's a version that has to be present at all times, no matter what the ocean is doing. There's a version of you. But what part of you do you have to kill so the version that is necessary at all times always shows up? Let me say that a little bit better, right? I know I can say that. I know I can shape that a little bit better so somebody can grab it, right? Like, whether you have money or whether you don't have money, there's a version of you that has to show up every day. Because if the version of you that don't have money always show up, then you always will attract situations that require you not to have money. And if you have money and you're always excited, then there's a version of you that will always require for you to do things to always have some money. But there's a version of you that has to show up every day, whether you have money or whether you don't have money, because the perspective of that person is what conquers. It's the perspective of that person that succeeds. It's the perspective of that version of you that is the ultimate version of you that draws in wealth, that draws in freedom, that is capable of operating that machine, because no matter what, you always get another opportunity to play the game. I think that was it. I think we molded that the way it was supposed to be, right? And like, here's how I can shape that. I think about Peter, right? Peter is my dog, right? I got so much love for Peter. But I think about Peter, and Peter is the investor that says, I'm gonna die in this market. Right? He's that investor. Take on that perspective, right? Like Peter says, hey, Christ, I got you, dog. Like, I'm doing whatever, yo. I'm cutting ears, yo. I'm fighting. Dude run up on Christ. Peter like, what's that, fam? Off with his ear. Right, quick. Christ like, whoa, chill, Peter, we gotta, right? He that guy. So you the person that feels like, yo, no matter what the market does, Trap, I am there. And then the Romans show up. And then the Romans show up. And then, like, the attitude, the audacity that Peter had, right? The energy that Peter had. He was a stepper. But what happens when you meet a force that challenges your belief system? What happens when you meet a force that makes you doubt what you thought you had pure confidence in? Okay, what happens when you are confronted with something that is bigger than the thing that you thought you believed in? Why did I say it like that? Because Peter thought he believed that he was willing to ride. He thought that in his mind and in his heart. He thought that. So he thought, he believed in that idea. We love the market while the market is what? Soaring. Like Peter loved the idea of, I'm gonna die for you, Christ, as long as you what? Doing miracles, as long as you know, making things happen. It's easy for him to just stand on that. But what happens when you are confronted with a force that disrupts the belief that you thought you stood on? What happens? Peter folds. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in the show. Look what Christ said. He said, hey, you gonna deny me before the crow. Like, bro, you gonna deny me 3 times before the sunset, before the sunrise. So watch this. Peter, impossible. So somebody say, hey, I'ma believe in this market no matter what the market do. Yo, I'ma buy the dip. I'ma average down no matter what. I don't care who in office. It don't matter what's going on. I'ma buy every dip. Yep. I'ma get the option. Yep. I'ma trade. Yep. Yep. And then when you still in that market? I don't do that no more. No, I just buy and hold. We're not dog, man. I just buy and hold. I just buy and hold, bro. I don't be trading like that. I just be. But watch this, though. This is where I get real good at. Peter understood. He didn't just let Christ down in his mind. He let himself down. He let himself down. Christ ain't never thought you let me down because I already knew what was going to happen. Watch this, though. Christ go and find Peter in the same place where he discovered him at. And he said, hey, go tend to my people. Peter gives one of the biggest sermons ever, 3,000 people. 3,000 people. Because when you think the game is over, I need you to dig deep. And I need you to know you always have another shot at playing this game. No matter what the people say, you always have a shot. You always got another opportunity. And just like that, all I say to my people is always, hey, anchor yourself to it. Believe in the market. Navigate whatever, make adjustments, but don't leave it. Don't leave it. Because when the tide changes, there's always going to be some moments where you say, ah. But your people only believe in you when they know you've endured. When they know you've persevered in moments where they panicked. The perseverance gives birth to the thing that is truly in you that needs to be great. But if you never persevere, if you never endure, then you can never produce the greatness. Okay, let me say that again. There's a way to mold that, right? Like, if you see the fire and turn around, you'll never understand what it's like to be in the kitchen. Okay, let me go further. If you see the thing that you want to conquer is on the other side of the fire, and every time you see the fire, you turn around, then you'll never be great because you'll never understand what pressure is. We can never really get a diamond if it never goes through the pressure. We can never really test how good gold is if we never put it in the fire. So therefore, we can never understand how amazing we can be if we are never tested. If our beliefs, if the thing we say we believe in, if the thing that we say that can change our life, we can never test our philosophy behind that thing if we never put that thing under pressure. That's it. That's it. That's it. So somebody right now watched the game and it was like, damn, bro, like I should have did this. Dang, bro, like I missed it. I'm here to tell you, yo, there's another opportunity. I'm here to tell you, you always one trade away. You always one dip buying opportunity away. You always one stock in your portfolio away. And I don't even, listen, I'm gonna say something. I don't even care if you wrecked your portfolio. I don't care if you crashed your portfolio. Start over. Because the game don't have a limitation on how many times you can try. The game don't say, hey, you tried 3 times, it's over with for you. On the 4th time, you might get it right. Because there are lessons that you'll learn every time. I want you to understand this, yo, like, you in your 20s, you in your 30s, you in your 40s, you in your 50s. Nobody taught you this. You had to go out and learn this. So I want you to give yourself some credit. I want you to give yourself a reprieve. And I want you to tell yourself that you're going to make it through the learning curve. You're not going to quit. You're going to persevere. You're going to consider the hard time pure joy. You're going to live like that. And you know that every loss you take is going to come back more. Because when you lost 5, you can make 10. If you lost 10, you can make 20. If you lost 20, you can make 100. I want you to understand something. Yo, every time you see that market print some money, I want you to say, yo, I can print that money too. I am capable of operating that machine. The machine you don't strike out, fam. You don't strike out. You got unlimited attempts. You have unlimited tries. But that's going to require something from you. It's going to require discipline. It's gonna require a standard that discipline is simply saying, this is a standard in my life that I will not go outside of these boundaries. So it's gonna require you to read, it's gonna require you to study, it's gonna require you to be in a certain community, it's gonna require that. It's gonna require you to look at the loss head on. Why did I lose? How did I lose? What did I do wrong? What can I do better? It's gonna require that. I was on live today, Jose, and I had this dope analogy that came to my head. I say, bro, God gives us 4 things, 4 phenomenal things. The first thing he gives us, bro, is life. It's the most phenomenal thing he could ever give us. At no point in my mind that I thought I woke myself up this morning. There's nothing in me said, yep, Trap, you were cold-blooded because you woke yourself up. Right? The second thing he gave us was, watch this, Jose, this is good, this is good, watch this. He gave us a brain. And so you might be like, Trap, like, he gave us life, so he had to give us a brain. No, like studies have shown that you can actually be brain dead and still be alive. Studies have shown that. A person can be brain dead and still alive. So the third thing he gave us outside of life, outside of a brain, he gave us the power to make decisions. That's why I love that. That's why I love that, because now he said, hey, I'm gonna give you life and then I'll give you a brain. And the brain is important because I need you to make decisions. And the dope thing inside of those decisions was that he gave us this thing called free will. Now, the dope part about the free will is, this is the dope part that I really love about that. With the free will, he don't even make us obey or honor him. And I said, wait, this crazy. I said, wait. He give us a brain. He give us life. But he don't make us obey him. And I thought about something, Jose. He want us to choose him. I say, wait. He want us to choose him? So you mean like he ain't on some, you gotta love me, you gotta read that, you gotta do this. No, he said, no. But watch this, Jose. If you choose him, then you have unlimited resources. So why am I saying this? Remember we talked about that one opportunity to play the game? Remember we talked about there's another opportunity to play the game. The reason why we get another opportunity, for me, I can't speak for nobody else, is because I know that all things work for the good of those who love the Lord and walks in according to his purpose. So that means I gotta lose sometime so he can shape me and mold me so I can be victorious. So I'm gonna always get another opportunity. And I put him in everything that I do, whether I'm working out, whether I'm trading, whether I'm in business, whether I'm doing philanthropy, whether I'm building, whatever I put it, when I'm a father, I'm a mate, I put him in it. So here's what I understand, Jose. If I know I go through something that's really, really tough and I may not understand it, I'm going to choose to walk to him so I can reap the benefits. I'm going to choose to walk a certain way. I'm going to choose to, hey, God, hey, listen, I'm not questioning you from a point of disrespect. I'm questioning God because, watch this, I want you to give me the clarity and the alignment on what I need to work on, what you need me to improve on. How do I become a better trader? How do I become a better investor? How do I become a better leader? How do I become a better father? How do I become a better husband one day? How do I become a better friend? How do I become a better son? How do I become a better everything? I can't figure it out on my own. Why? Because watch this, Jose, when I made my own decisions and didn't choose him, I ended up in prison. When I made my own decisions and didn't choose him, I wound up shooting a man. When I made the own decision to have my own free will, I was kicking in doors because I let my watch this, be ye transformed not by the world, by the renewing of your mind. The world had me thinking kicking in doors was the thing. The world had me thinking all this was cool because I was choosing to do it my way. And then I say, hey, hold up. Let me make a better decision. Let me just make better decisions. But the first decision I gotta make is, he gave me life, he gave me a brain, and then he gave me the free will. So I had to choose him. And so one of the things we gotta realize, Jose, when we choose him, watch this. It's so good. He gives us the ability to produce wealth. So when you choose him, there's so much victory. When you choose him, it's so much abundance. This is why we gotta choose. And this ain't nothing I'm coming up with. And he said, listen, he says, hey, I give you the ability to produce wealth. Watch this. Not just make money. Then he tells us this. Watch this. Diligent hands build wealth. Not just make money. So when we making the choice, we always get another opportunity to play the game. And if we always get an opportunity to play the game, then there's always an opportunity for us to succeed. Why? Because all things work for the good. There's no limitation. All. Not some. Not these things. Not a couple. Not a few. Jose, all. All means abundance. So I want us to step into our abundance today. I want us today to go possess the land. I want us today to make the decision that we got another opportunity. You don't get one opportunity, family. You don't get two opportunities, family. You don't get three opportunities, family. When you make the decision, you get all the opportunities. Man, they not listening to me today. You get unlimited opportunities when you choose. The problem is we choose in lack. Okay? The problem is we choose in fear. The problem is we think money is limited. The problem is you only seeing the money from your paycheck as the money that's available to you. The problem is you think you gotta go out and bust your tail for every dollar that you earn. So now you associate with the accumulation of money or the loss of money to what you can physically do. You made that choice instead of making the right choice. And he just said, you choose me, then all things will work for the good. God and money. So tonight I want you to make the choice that you got another opportunity. Not just to play the game, not just to win the game, but to dominate the game. You an apex trapper. You an apex trader. And yeah, we take some losses along the way, but you stay in the game. And you keep playing the game, and you learn. And you wake up one day. You wake up one day and you'll be You'll be walking in that abundance. You'll see what those diligent hands has produced. And at that moment, you will then consider the pure joy the next time you gotta go through it. Episode 143, Trappin Tuesday. Jose, let's go, dog. Let's go, dog. Let's go, dog. Hey, how we feel, bro?
Hey, look, you've been in your bag today.
Today?
You know what I'm saying? You started out this morning with praise and worship.
Praise and worship.
You know what I'm saying? You had the live where you facilitated a word. I don't want to say you preached. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But you facilitated a word. I was in the gym getting it, catching the spirit.
Facilitated.
You know what I'm saying? Then you come in the head, you was like, hey, look, we ain't playing none of that murder music. We
No murder music.
You know what I'm saying?
We need gospel.
So we had the Freedom Center.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Freeing soul.
Freeing. And then you hit another word. Hey, look, I'm trying to tell you.
What you trying to tell me?
Some people, some of the trappers,
Here you
only
go.
get their word on Tuesday. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
You out here, bro.
Bedside Baptist on Tuesday.
Bedside Baptist.
God and money.
God, listen. Not mad at a good God and money service, you heard me?
I thought you was about to put the hat on. I was like, bro, you got the fresh cut. Can't do that right now. I know they like black hat trap.
That's why, look, it was cold-blooded.
Yeah.
I was about to flap it on, and I said,
Yeah, nah. We ain't doing that.
slip up in there, you heard me?
We're not doing that.
Good. All right, man, we got a dope show ahead of us tonight. I can't see it. I got glare on TV.
Oh, it's a glare on the
I
TV.
push it up a little bit. Yeah, I can't see it. I got to shout my people out. I can act like I shout them out, but I got to shout them out like I know they're there. You know what I'm saying? I got to shout them out because we know they're there. We know they're in the building. They're here. All right, let me go. All right, so it's off. No, it's off. That's back on. All right, let's go, man. So, shout out my people, man. We got KJ, what's up, man? He said, what's up, Trap? All right, we got Limewood. We got R. McDonald. We got Toots. We got Cheesy Bread. What's good, family? Don't start going.
You know, as soon as you
They're
start,
going too fast.
it start flooding.
All right, let's go. We got Wallstreet. Yo, what's good, fam? They going too fast. Carolina Blue, what's up? Kiera, what's up? ATL Yo-Yo, what's good? Don Yeezy, what's good, man? Jason, what's good? Lorenzo, what's good? Frank James, what's good? Larry Morgan, what's good? B. Ward, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. What's good? Tamara Buchanan, what's good? Nate, what's good, man? Michael, what's good? Will Mack, what's good? That's going too fast, was it? That's going too fast.
Yo, that thing be flooding.
Doug Perry, what's good? That's going really, really fast. Let me see. I can't read them. Max B, what's good? I get the short ones, yeah.
Right. If you got a long name.
Mark Isaac, what's good? AM, what's good? That joker. Pascal, what's good? That joker going fast, fam.
Yeah, they going crazy.
Carolina Blue, what's poppin', fam? Leon Barnes, what's good, man? I see y'all. Eric, what's good? Joe Tucker, what's good? Scott, what's good? Travis, what's good? It's going too fast. Bud T, what's good? I see you. Frederick Coleman, what's good? I got you. It's going too fast now. Yeah, we here. Nate the American Dream, I see you, family. It's going fast. All right, we here.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people listening to the audio right now. Also,
shout out to our audio people. What's good?
You know what I'm saying? All the mothers, we celebrated.
We definitely celebrated that.
We still extending the sale.
We extended the sale?
To today.
To tonight, 12 o'clock?
12 o'clock.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Warm hugs.
Shout out that, man. Shout out to the trappers, man. Shout out to everybody that rock with the community. We extended the Mother's Day sale, cold, warm hugs. Right, 25% off on all attire. Orders have been going out. George has been pushing. George been pushing, man. Shout out to George, man. George made $7,000 in 2 days.
Hey, like you said, when you pull up at the Freedom Center, he opened the door for you.
2 days in a row. I knew he made some money.
You know what I'm saying? He had the towel over his arm.
I didn't realize he was in the Patreon. I like that, dude. He said, man, I'm in the Patreon, cut.
Yeah.
I said, he said, I'm in the last 3 plays. I said, ooh. Now, he got in one play that he wasn't supposed to get in, that was a play me and Sean trying to make me a day trader. Let me just
say
that.
I see.
He tried to make me
He
a day
even told me, Birdman hands.
Listen, but I refused to day trade it. So I kept it. Right? But I should have, he wanted me to day trade it. Here's the crazy part about it, like, watch this. Watch this. I be calling Sean, I be texting Sean at 1 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
I be like, yo! He be like, what's up, Trap? He be like, what's good, Trap? I'm like, yo, I just saw this on it. Because now, I'm telling you, I got the mindset. My mindset is conquer.
Uh-huh.
Right? So I'm so locked in. Right? So right now, we like 6 for 6 on our chart plays.
Okay.
6 for 6, 7 for 7, something like that. But when I see stuff, so I had to do this with Sean. I had to say, Sean, check this out, because I know you look at me as like a mentor, right? And so you hold me in this. What I like about that is because I'm the same way. Like, if I know that, and most people probably ain't gonna agree with me on this, but like, I never get too familiar with the people who I know or I consider mentors.
Yeah,
so TDJ,
yep.
E.T., you know what I'm saying, Ink.
Yep.
Like, I don't get too like, oh man, that's Inky Johnson.
Yeah.
No, Ink, what I need, what you need from me, dog. Like, what I can do for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never get too familiar with my mentors.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people do that. And so I know Sean look at me as probably somewhat of a mentor, you know what I'm saying? I can say that, you know what I'm saying? And so he's hesitant about what he says. I'm the same way though.
I'm about to say, it's a lot of people around here like that.
And so I'm cool. So I say, Sean, check this out. Open your mouth.
Uh-huh.
Say what you gonna say.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
He's like, yeah. But I could tell he like disregarded me.
Yeah.
Like, you tripping. So I say, Sean, listen. When we talking trading, when we talking on the chart, like, cause I know my formula is A1 put equal.
Yeah.
But when we on the chart,
When we on that chart talk,
we on the same level.
We pissed.
I say, but check this out
In
now.
that moment.
If you let me surpass you.
That's a problem. Because you had a head start.
I say, if you let me surpass you, so you better keep learning.
Get better.
Because, listen, I'm eagle-eyeing right now. I'm calling it out.
At 1 a.m.
Pow, pow, pow. Right?
It is.
So I hit Sean 1 o'clock. I'm like, hey. He's like, we up? I'm like, yo, what's up? So he showed me a play he was wanting to get in. I say, bro, so now here's where my fortitude comes in at. His biggest problem, I'm gonna just say this, it's my guy. His biggest problem that he has is not that he don't understand the charts. His biggest problem is at a certain dollar amount, he don't trust what he see.
Yeah. And
That's
it's
his biggest problem.
like that.
That's his biggest problem.
Yeah.
It's not that he don't know what he knows. His biggest problem is at a certain dollar amount, he second guesses himself. And in this game, you can't never second guess yourself.
Yep.
And I told him, I say, bro, you know what you know, but you second guess yourself at a certain dollar amount. And if you don't break out of that, you'll never be great.
Because the fundamentals still the same.
You'll never be great if you don't stop second guessing yourself at a certain dollar amount. Did I not tell you that, Sean?
You did.
Word.
I say, bro, that's it. I say, nothing changes. Now watch this. The play that he was supposed to get, I'm not gonna put his business out there, bro, the play up like $50. Now he took a small win. I sent it to him at 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, hey, look at this. He was just like, dang. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason he ain't ride it out like he should have is because the dollar amount.
But here's the beauty. He got another opportunity.
Always.
To play the game.
Always. And that's the only thing. I'm like, Sean, if you get past that, you gotta get past that. Not even for me. For you.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that barricade. It's one of the things I can sit at the streets really, like, I don't have that barricade.
Yeah.
Where it's like, damn, it's a certain dollar. I'm like, yo, let it rip. Whatever the outcome is,
only money.
I'm gonna live with it, but I ain't gonna never stop letting it rip.
My dog just texted me talking about I'm just like Sean.
Yeah. Who said that?
My dog Dre.
Yeah.
He just texted me.
Yeah. At a certain
There's a lot
dollar
of trappers like
because
that.
my partner Greedy texted me, because we got a partner named Vol. Right? Vol said to Greedy, he said, bro, Trap. He said, bro, that dude different, bro. We all from the street, though. He said, bro, how you lose $1 million and you still slinging iron like that?
Yep.
Greedy said, man, that nigga just love the game, bro.
I love the game.
I love it. I love it. And so a lot of people, I hope that I can break some people free from that tonight. Like,
Are you breaking the chair?
Nah, because I don't know why it went down, but I gotta, there you go. Come on, I'm helping my camera people out.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what we doing?
I hope I can free somebody with that. Right? Like, you good at one of the things that I know I'm gonna say it early, and y'all don't supposed to say it, but I'm gonna say it early. One of the ways that I'm gonna break him out of that is we gonna make a trade every day. Every day we gonna make a trade. So I'm kind of giving him what he wants from me from a day trader perspective, but that ain't my mindset. My mindset is to do it with him, and then after we do it for so long, it's gonna challenge both of us to see what we see, but then I'm gonna make him scale.
That's good.
This week we doing 1 contract. Next time, like as we do it, now we go up to 2 contracts.
That's good.
Go up to 3 contracts.
That's good.
You feel me? So I know how to push that out.
Yeah, it's the gym.
Yeah, I know how to push that out of him.
That's good.
I know how to push that out of him. And they're gonna record it, because for me, the win or loss don't matter. It's, can I identify it? Can I keep identifying over and over and over and over again? For him, so we both gonna have it at a different way. For me, it's, can I keep identifying what I've been studying? I'm doing it right now. We're doing it in 4 months, 3, like me and even in the Patreon, we doing it in like 4, 5 month contracts now, which is good, because we usually do 7, 8. We doing like 4, 5 month contracts. So this is what, May, June, July, August, September, October. So we did a 5 month or 4 month, something like that. For him, it's not gonna be so much as identifying what he see. It's gonna be seeing what he see and then, go up 1. So here's the thing: everybody in the gym not working out for the same reason.
I know, because me, I work out just to look good naked.
Well, I think that's all men. Most men.
I'm just saying,
right? So it's showing up every day, working on what you got to work on to be better. So for me, I don't have the dollar amount issue. And it's not even because of where I'm at financially, it's just because the streets just is in me. I'm wired that way. That's one of the things I don't have a problem with.
So let me ask you this then. Was it that when you first started? Like in that first, you know
You gotta think about it. I've never used paper trade before.
Okay.
I've never learned, I will say that probably ain't the smartest way. But what I will say is it gets the fear out early. Probably ain't the smartest way because you won't track what you see, but there's nothing that you can do that can replicate the emotion. Right? You could go through, watch this, you could go through it, and again, I'm not saying it's wrong, you can go through it, you can see it, you can press it in the paper trade because you know ain't no real money attached. You're gonna be super aggressive in the paper trade because ain't no real money attached. You're gonna take the loss like, you faking like you took the loss.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, man, I took the
It ain't
loss.
hurt.
But watch this, it ain't, it's paper trade.
Yeah.
So I really lose.
About your day.
Right, you go about your day.
Yeah.
But it's different when you put 2,000 in that joint, right? And it's 2,000 you just put in there, that's 2 checks. That done messed your whole month up.
Yep, that's your rent.
You like, oh, God damn. Okay, let me show up tomorrow. You feel me? You feel me? So I'm not saying that and let me say this, I'm not saying that the paper trade is wrong, because you probably use the paper trade to get your repetitions in, right? To get better at identifying the thing that you want to identify. Everybody learns different. I've never did it, but I'm not mad at people that will do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it, right? And that's my maturity. Right? Understanding that there's different learning styles. Because first I used to be like, bro, what you paper trading for? You ain't gonna learn nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But you start, what happens is it'll allow you to start seeing the thing that you need to see, because your eyes gotta start adjusting to what you see. Like you gotta start adjusting. Like they got some people in the Patreon right now, right? Bro, they will call out a double bottom They will call out a double top. They will call out a cup and handle. They will call out a bull flag. Yo, they be running. Hey, they gonna throw it in the chat. Hey, bull flag. Hey, ascending wedge. This descending wedge. Double bottom. Triple top. They slaying it. Yeah. And so for the newer people, now the dope part about me is because I've been trading for this while, I've heard the terminology and I've seen them, but I've never just sat down and studied them. Right? So now it's like hey, y'all, supply man, demand zone, supply zone, descending wedge. Us and remember we made the thing. We made some YouTubes putting on a chart. So what happens is, once your eyes, and that's the thing about the trading, like once your eyes start, you just see them. As soon as you get a chart, it's like somebody who's, all my hustlers. Hey, that thing sharp, partner. Hey, I don't even got to put on a scale, dog. That thing 2 grams sharp, bro. Hey, that thing 4 grams sharp. Hey, that thing, that's wet. Why you got that double knot up in there? Hey, chill out. Why you got a double knot in there? Hey, that's wet. How you, Hey, that ain't right. How? I don't even need the scale. I don't even need the digital scale, bro. I can look at it and tell that thing's short. You got some people who can look at money the same way. Hey, that ain't all my money, bro. Because when you've been doing the thing so long and the repetition so long, your senses understand it soon as you see it.
You see it. Ooh. That's good.
Soon as you see it. Certain people, you could be in the hood. Hey, boy, that's a police, boy. Hey, come here. You see the new dude. Hey, come here, stupid. Come here. Hey, that's the police. How you know? That's an undercover. You can just look at it. You know how certain people move, and that ain't it. Hey, y'all got, man, I ain't selling nothing, dog. Sell what, bro? I don't got nothing. The little that sell frozen cup.
Hit the candy.
I'm talking about bro, we don't do none of that around here, bro. They sell nachos over there, and they sell wings over there. We don't know none of that stuff you talking about. You show your, man, bro, you need to get from around here, bro. What you trying to do, bro? You sell it? You feel me? So that's the same. That's why I say the market remind me of the street so much. I go back to it. You start seeing patterns. What that is? You new on the block. Guess what? You don't know, but I've been on the block, so I know Tuesday and Thursday jump out boys coming. Hey, slow it down, partner. Be real careful. Matter of fact, just go inside for the day. They outside. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. They coming. They watching us from 6 blocks away. How you know? Because I went got on the bike at 8 o'clock this morning. I know they ain't right in the hood. I went and rode 9 blocks in the circumference. And I saw 5 cars that don't belong.
Bro, that's wild.
I see the dude sitting in the car like this. Why you sitting in the car with your head back at 9 o'clock in the morning? Who you ain't trying to let see you? I ain't never seen that van right there. Willie's painting. But where's Willie's painting? Never seen Willie's painting.
Around here.
Nobody around here don't got that. We in the hood. Ain't nobody painting their house.
Ain't nobody painting nothing.
We in the hood. Everybody's house got decay and chipping on it. Willie, where's you painting, Willie?
Willie's painting. Willie's painting restoration.
You feel me? I'm just being real. And so when you're in the street, you understand it. Hey, them people out here, boy, how you know? Willie's painting. They on Banks and I bet. I done got on the block. I done got on the bike at 8 o'clock this morning while all the children going to school. And I done rode 8 blocks all the way around. And periodically through the day, I done did it. So I seen the truck sitting there all day. Willie, how long you gonna paint? It's Willie's painting. I don't see nobody painting, Willie. You feel me? But what happens is you train your eye for it. So the market is the same way. When you do it enough, you just train your eye to see it. I can guarantee you, bro, they got some people in the Patreon, whatever, they can look, soon as they pull up the chart, oh, you got a double bottom right here. Hey, you got a supply zone, right here. See how this feels? I'm gonna tell you something I got on, Sean, that's real good. I've learned this. Bro, we gotta get into the show, bro.
I know, I mean, it's good. Look, we only got 49.
Here's what I've learned, Sean. Watch this. This is going to be real good for you. And this, you may know it already or not. So when something gaps, right? When you see a gap up, I've learned something. When you see a gap up somewhere, a gap down somewhere, if you look left far enough, you'll see that there's actually a candle that actually fills that gap up if you can identify it. Bro, epiphany moment for me. And that can't, like literally, so I'm watching something the other day. I'm looking at it late at night. I'm like, cause, you know, again, the gap ups is something I gotta train my eye to. Like, look, cause when you looking at other stuff, they don't have those gap ups like that. Like stocks, like futures and all that, they don't be as disproportionate as they is in stocks. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, bro, like these gap ups is like punishing me. Like yesterday, we had a bunch of gap ups yesterday. Like, so I'm looking like, damn, bro, like this shit pissing me off. So I started saying, wait, let me see something right quick. So I saw where it gapped up at. I did this with 5 stocks and saw the same thing every time. So I saw where it gapped up at, right? Meaning the original candle might be right here, and then the next candle is like way up there, like $13 up or something, or whatever. It's gap up. So there's a gap right there, right? So I said, wait, let me see something right quick. So literally, bro, like I use a rectangle box, right? And I just went left. And I try to see how far left I could go, bro. And every time, not 3 out of 6, every time there was a candle sitting in the gap. And I said, oh, in essence, this is a level that it always represents. Come on, Sean. It's gotta come back to it. And when I saw that, bro, I said, okay. It just got better to me.
You saw the pattern.
It just got better to me. But what happens is you only notice that if you keep looking at it. Right? And then you look at it and say, let me find it somewhere else. Okay, let me find it somewhere else. Let me find it. Oh, this is a thing here. This is a thing. So this one took me to another level. You start to learn that the market is actually, watch this, bro. It's about to be so good when I say this. Yes, the market is emotionally fueled, but there's a psychological thread all the way through it. And here's what I mean. The numbers represent a hood. That's how I look at this. Watch this. The numbers represent a hood. Some hoods, you have heavy shooters, and some hoods, you could go in the hood and you ain't gonna face no resistance. Some hoods, they gonna shoot at you every time you hit this number. Every time you hit this number, they there, letting off. They letting off. But in some hoods, you can go in, it's easy, breezy. It's easy, right? But watch this. It's because those numbers, which are the prices, have a psychological effect on investors. You with me right there, Sean? So these numbers have a psychological effect, meaning, for instance, we got in the, bro, we got to get on with the show, goddamn. So we got in the SPY call. What's a SPY call? SPY call. So this is how I wound up day trading with Sean ass.
Got him.
And I shouldn't have. I mean, I made the play based on a day trade. I kept it on the thing. But I said, I ain't messing with Sean. I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep the play. You feel me? So he almost had me, right? But watch this. I say, Sean, every time, but I had put it in the Patreon a couple days before because I had been watching it. So I said, Sean, every time the SPY hits 570, bro, it goes back down. So 570 represents a hood that got a bunch of shooters.
Okay.
So every time you try to get to 570, for 1 or 2, there's so many shooters right there, they not letting you go. Right? They not letting you go. So in order to get past this hood, you need a catastrophic event. Right? You need something out of the norm to push you past this area. If not, they're going to keep shooting it down.
I'm with you.
So watch this. It gets to 570. It drops down to 565. So I say, Sean, it's going back to 570. If nothing else, it goes back to 570. So I make the play as a day trader with Sean because I'm going to get to 570 and sell it. This is the idea.
Got him.
I got to stop talking to him sometimes.
Got him.
You feel me? Real talk. Now I start talking to him. So the goal is to get the 570, right? I say, Sean, but I say we need a catastrophic event. Like, I'm telling myself that, like, there has to be a catastrophic, there has to be something that push, because if not, it's a psychological area, right? And if you don't have something to push it past it, they'll keep shooting you down right there. So watch this. I make the play with Sean. I'm like, I make a play, Sean, right? Over the weekend, Trump goes to China. We get a catastrophic, we get some out of the ordinary news, which is what? Deals are pause, whatever. Now, it goes past 570 and shoots to 582 in the after hours. There's so much pressure on 570, they couldn't shoot us no more. So we blew past them. Not only did we blow past them, we skipped 572, 73, 74. We went through them hoods with ease. We took them over. Hey, give me that. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that corner, give me that corner. Give me 572, 573, 574, 575. Give me 570, give me 581. Give me all that. So we don't blow past the 570 hood, right? But now, because I'm always looking ahead, I say, hey, there's resistance. I say, Sean, now here's the crazy part, because I tell him what I need to do. He looking at it, right? He be like, nah, but here's what he do that I like. Explain that to me. It's not that he don't know. He just want to see if I'm in the right thing. So I say, Sean, there's some hitters at 585. So it pushes down to 579. We get up Monday. Opening bell, it pushes down to 579. I get on the Patreon and say, hey, y'all, because I had already explained this to them, we put a spy call in because we passed the 570 mark. I know my next resistance is at 585, but I say, y'all, we got so much, watch this. I'm about to tell you something. When you take over a couple hoods, you build confidence. In my mind, we got so much confidence that we blew past 570, we gonna push past 583. Because we got that much confidence. We got that much confidence. So I say, y'all, look, here's the play. I put the play in. I said 580 bout for this date. Takes off. I say, hey, y'all, we might don't see resistance to about 590, 596. But I say that to say that the more you look at it, don't look at it with the mindset of, man, I don't understand what's going on.
Right.
I look at it with the mindset of, what am I not seeing?
Right.
Yeah, so you can look at it with the mindset of, look at my dog, man. You can look at the chart with the mindset of, man, I don't understand this, man. I don't understand what's going on. Man, this shit ain't for me, man. Or you can look at it at, what am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? And I advise everybody to start with something simple. Start with getting on a chart, just identifying where is support and where is resistance. Just start there. Give yourself time to develop.
That's good.
Because that's something I've been new. So I didn't have to start there. So once you, okay, where's support, where's resistance? And the next thing is start identifying what the different battles are that's happening inside of every candle. That's gonna help you out. Just don't do nothing else but just start there. Hey, where's support, where's resistance? Where's my swing high, where's my swing low? And what is the battle that's going on with every candle?
Boy, talking good. Sound like
a day trader. Listen, if you start there and you start giving yourself, watch this, that's how you build confidence. You don't gotta make a play. The best thing to do is say, hey, I found support, I found resistance. Then you go from that, then you say, okay, let me start drawing this simple trend line from low to high, or high to low. High. Don't even much matter. If you can do that, find support and resistance, understand the battle that's going on between each candle, and if you can draw trend line, that's a good, you do that for 30 days straight. with multiple different, start with the SPY and the QQQ and Apple. For 30 days straight, you just do that. Hey, I found support, I found resistance. I see the battle that's going on with these candles. I saw it close high, I saw it close low. Don't get into all the stuff. I seen this close high, I seen this close low. I saw the bears took control, I saw the bulls took control. You see the little small candle, it's called a little doji. Once you understand that, you can understand, oh, this is a reversal. So you start understanding those things. Do that for 30 days. I guarantee you're gonna look at the market and be like, hey, I see it. You're not gonna see nothing else. I see why I keep shooting down right here. Oh, it shot up past that. This the next spot is gonna fall down at. Why? Because I'm looking over here. It's telling me over here. Unless they're in new territory. If they're in new territory and they're in blue skies, then you say, okay, let me go somewhere else. And then you take the next couple of days and say, hey, let me understand what market structure is. Oh, this is a structure. It broke this. This is where this is a structure, right? What is consolidation? That's the little skirmish where it ain't going nowhere. Is it going to distribute or is it going to, come on. If you just start understanding, the problem is we try to get into everything and we try to learn it all at once. You getting on YouTube looking at 17 different channels and 17 people teaching you 17 different things. Now you look at the chart like, hey, I don't understand nothing. I don't see nothing. Start understanding what time frame is. This is a 1 hour time frame. This is a 4 hour time frame. This is a 1 day time frame. This is a weekly time frame. This is a monthly time frame. This is a 5-minute time frame. If you just start understanding stuff like that, right? Don't go crazy and try to take in the whole fire hose. Little by little, bro. Why? Because you always get another chance to play the game. You can't strike out. You have infinite amount of at-bats. I'm gonna say that again, bro, because somebody missed that, right? You cannot strike out in the stock market. You have an infinite amount of at-bats. But the problem is, just like most people, we are, this about to be good. We are calculating what does it take for us to get the capital to put in the market. And because we calculate that first, it automatically anchors to a fear that is not attributed to the market, but it's attributed to our own philosophy around money.
Good.
You with me? You with me?
Mm-hmm.
We've anchored ourselves to a fear, not of what the market does, but that we already don't want to lose the money because of what it took for us to get the money. So now you got to unanchor yourself from that fear. You got to pull that anchor up so that the boat can do what? Move. Because we said something in the beginning of the show. What did we say? We said the market will be calm sometime, but even in calm waters, you still got waves and currents. Come on, man.
This what we doing again?
Draw the goddamn line. They ain't even
This what we doing again?
Even in a calm market, you still got waves and currents. That don't mean them waters just like this. It mean it's just. So even in a calm market, you got waves and currents. You got to navigate that. And then there's times where the market is choppy. That don't mean you got a tidal wave, but it's done picked up a little bit. And you still got what? Waves and currents. And then you got the violent ones. The ones that throw water all up on the ship. Mm-hmm. Right? The one that Peter got scared of.
Yep.
We back to Peter.
But we had to take that step.
But he still got to do what? Bid me.
Woo.
Bid me.
Tell me to come.
So no matter if we got a calm water, no matter if we got choppy water, or if we got violent water, the market's still gonna move. And watch this. Watch this, Jose. If you anchored, you might can get away with being anchored in a calm water. You might can get away with that. You might could get away will be an anchor in choppy water. But if your fear got you anchored in a violent water, boy, that ship gonna sink.
That's the whole sermon right there.
Because that water gonna overflow. Mm-hmm. That water gonna keep pounding. Because you're in the ocean. That water gonna keep pounding. And it's gonna do, what it's called when it do that?
Capsize?
Capsize.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna capsize. Why? Because you so anchored to the fear, you ain't give yourself no, you don't got no wiggle room. You anchored to the fear. You ain't got no wiggle room. Now you just look. You taking a beating. You taking a beating. When I used to build bridges, and I used to build stadiums, you know what we do? We build what's called an expansion joint.
So it can get that place.
So the bridge can move. Because if the bridge is just anchored, it's gonna come down. It's gonna collapse. So you gotta have that expansion joint, which means you gotta give yourself as an investor, as a trader, room to move, to navigate, to flow. Because if you anchor to that fear, bro, the market gonna break you. All right, man, goddamn.
You know I was about to have them bring the music in, right?
Nah.
You know, it was coming. It was coming.
Nah.
And then when you hit me with the double knot joint, I ain't gonna lie, we need a hood dictionary glossary or something.
For what?
I don't understand none of that double knot.
Double knot? Oh, yeah, you don't know about that.
Wet, that thing wet. Anyway,
wet,
get to the mantra.
All right, let's get to the mantra, man. How we feeling tonight, man?
Man,
Travis
good.
Armour, there we go. Shazam X, what's good, family? I tricked them. I went back to them. They were going too fast for me. Shazam X, what's good? Jelly, what's good, family? Nettie, what's good, queen? Jalen, what's good, family? D. Bailey, what's good, family? Traders Armour, what's good, family? Chris Malloy, what's good, family? Mega, what's good, family? Cheesy Bread, I see you, family. AB, what's good, family? My guy right there, man. JR, what's good, family? I see y'all. I see my people in the bed. Nate the Great, what's good, man? Talisha, what's good, family? I see you, heard me? Let's go. I'm ready now. We warmed up.
And only an hour and 7 minutes.
Damn.
Nah. You should do 45-minute intros, bro. We good.
Let's go. We good. Let's go. That was good, man.
Oh, let's clip.
We just walked the people through something.
We getting the clip. Oh, I got to shout out my baby. She in the chat, too.
That was Ash?
Yeah.
Ash, what's up, love? It's my girl, man. I love Ash, man. All right, Ash, I got a question for you right quick, though. I got a question for you.
Are you about to get me in trouble?
No.
Okay, cool.
You ever told Ashley sit down and she don't sit down? Like she moving, you like, babe, sit down, relax. And she's just like, I gotta do this. Like the world gonna stop if I take a rest.
I gotta do it with finesse. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
I flew to Texas.
We saw the videos too.
This woman had a surgery.
Uh-huh. It still moves.
To remove a lymphoma, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm in there with her. Right? She scared, she crying. I'm like, man, we got this. I got you. So I pull the chair over, right? I know what she like to talk about. I start talking about business. I start talking about YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? I start talking about juicing.
Yep.
You know, well, what the girl say, man? The girl's like, what? So the people don't put her to sleep because the people like, hey, we can put you to sleep, but you gonna have to go to I say, hey, no. I flew out here. We getting this down.
Yeah.
I'm here. Bro, I'm watching people take the thing out of her neck and all that, but she's so in her brain, we started talking about interior design, all the stuff that women like to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Right? All the stuff that they like to talk about.
Chanel bags.
Oh, she don't like, she over that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she good. She don't want to talk about no purses or nothing. She want to talk about interior design. Now that Cam got her with the thing, she thinks she on the media team now.
Mm-hmm.
I love being a part of the media team. You're not. You're not.
Thank you.
You're not a part of the media team. But we go with it. So she get the thing out of her neck, and the people say, listen, you got to sit down for 7 days. Right? You got to sit down for 7 days.
7 days.
And then she couldn't take a shower. So I said, but you got to take a whole bath.
Oh, the little bird.
She was like,
yeah.
Oh, I said, oh, man, this is crazy. I said, it might call it a bird bath where you from.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm talking to her about that, bro. But this lady would not sit down. I'm like, yo, why you don't want to sit down? Well, I gotta clean up. I said, I'm here. I'm gonna clean up. I got you.
Right.
Well, I gotta cook, babe. No, you don't. I could cook. What I'm gonna juice for? Why are you juicing? We all right.
We good.
Go sit down. I had to say sat. That's old.
That's that old country.
That's Southern.
Yeah.
I say sat down. I say, listen, when people tell you sat down and you don't sit down, the next thing something flying at your head.
Yep. A shoe.
Whatever's in my reach.
Yep.
Sat down.
In the circumference.
Something gonna fly if you don't sit down, bro. Bro, she just not wants. This lady did not want to sit down, bro. And I just want to ask myself, do all women do this? Is this what I'm gotta be prepared for?
Ash put in the chat, she said, a great relationship, you have to learn how to finesse each other.
I didn't
So
know.
you got to finesse her to sat down.
Yeah, I didn't know the finesse part. I just thought it was like, babe, your health.
Right. Right.
I thought
you
that
about to
was
make
enough.
it worse.
Your health.
You know what I'm saying?
It's enough. Your health. I mean, sit down. The people ain't tell you sit down for 7 days for nothing. So I thought that was enough. I thought that was enough. I learned the lesson. Listen, I'm gonna get another opportunity at this.
You're going to get it. There it is.
I'm gonna get another opportunity. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will the generations behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. How we feeling, man? How we feeling, man?
Shout out to the squad, too.
Who that?
Just the whole squad in here, man. I said, hey, I ain't producing nothing today. So y'all got it. So they got the reins right now. You know what I'm saying? My hand's sweating, but we good.
Let's go. Nah, they got it. They be here, man.
You know
All right, man, let's get into it, man. We got a dope show tonight, man. Got a dope show tonight. Got a lot to talk about. Got a lot to get into. Let's get it. Let's go to it, man. So we had the NASDAQ and the S&P have been, they've been booming like last couple of days. The Dow Jones took a big hit today because of United Healthcare, right? CEO stepped down. And I'm gonna tell you something too, man. I was looking at that chart this morning. I got up and I said, it was down 10% at opening bell. And I said, it's an easy short. This is an easy short. And I ain't do it though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do it. I didn't get into it, but I was like, yo, this is an easy short. And it wound up being down, I think, 16% on the day. So I could have got another 6% out of that joint. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was an easy short. Not only did the CEO step down, you cut guidance for the year, pulled it, meaning you ain't even cut it. You just said, hey, we not giving none. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that was an easy short, but I had discipline. My discipline was, I wanted to let today be what it was gonna be. We had already put some plays in, and so I didn't want to force that. So I was good on what we had going on. So let's get it, man. We had the NASDAQ up. The S&P is now 4% from its high. That means they have recovered, as of right now, the S&P has recovered everything it lost from tariffs. Now here's the dope part about it. I saw this stat. I don't know if we got it as a clip, but I think the stock market has ran 18% since Donald Trump said, buy stocks now. I think the market is up about 18% from the time Donald Trump said, buy stocks now. Insane. Never seen nothing like it a day in my life. I do think that one of the things that people kind of, somebody hit me inside of the gram and said, everybody thinking Donald Trump right now. And I said, I don't know if that's the case. Not to get political on that, but I think that what I said was, I think that we're exactly back where we could have did this from jump. I think that because every country was saying we want to negotiate. Even before the tariffs, people wanted to negotiate. Tariff, they are doing a 90-day pause. And they have taken the tariffs from 145 down to 50 on China, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And they're supposed to have some more negotiations in a couple weeks. And I told the dude, I said, you do know we had a back-to-back 20% return back-to-back years, right? So they're like, yeah, but, he let us get the stocks for cheap. I said the market was going to find a reason to do that anyway. The market was going to find a reason to do that anyway. And it's not to I just think that for me, I'm not an emotional person. So I just look at like, we was going to get 30%. Yeah, it's a few things came out. So one said 54%, one said 30%. I know it's up in there somewhere. I read where it was 54%. So, I read a couple articles that said 54%, which is why I said 54%. But if it's 30%, I mean, that's cool too. We know they're not 145%. Both ways. And the market will always find a reason because we still was in an inflation situation. Now, we did have some numbers that came out today that said that inflation is down compared to where it was last month, so that's good, and we'll get into that today. But nevertheless, man, I think we just as investors and as traders, you just like, we loaded up when it was down, and now we just want to see the benefits of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think more than anything, we just like, hey, let's just see the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get back, let's get to the money. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the money, man. So I think a lot of people excited. And it was literally right before, I want to say last Trappin Tuesday, we talked about it. Like, I think the last ships had docked last week before, and this is dope, right? That boy Jose looking slim, dog. Man, nigga been on like a 7-month fast.
Bro, I'm at the 32 waist too. What?
Bro been fasting for like 7 months.
75 hard.
Bro did the 75, hard, medium, and soft. A juice challenge.
Water fast,
raw vegan diet. Bro done did everything in a 5-month time frame. One thing I can say, bro, you consistent.
Consistent, baby.
But it's crazy because just last week we talked about the last shipments from China had just docked. So that was a wrap. And they were 60% less than what, like 60% of it was gone. So the shipments was only coming here with 40% of stuff. Not only last week did that happen, but a statement came out last week from some retailer was like, yo, if this keeps up, we will not have no Christmas stuff. There will be no Christmas, nothing. And so it's crazy how, I guess it's not crazy, but when you look at it, you look at it like, yo, this was on verge to getting really bad. Like, it was that close to getting really, really bad. And watch this, for both countries, it was that close. I don't know who, like, because here's the dope part about it. Like, Trump had said, like, it don't matter who called who, right? And then China was like, we ain't calling, right? So I'm going to believe that I don't care who called, right? But I do know this. Once that last shipment docked, and every store got their last whatever, it was on. It was on. We was about to feel it. So the 90-day pause definitely gonna help. That puts us to what? It's May, June, August. That puts us to August. All right, then they're supposed to have another meeting next week. So we'll see how they go. And I think worst case scenario, bro, like, well, no, you can't say worst case scenario with Trump. Nah, you can't say worst
find
case.
another case.
Yeah, you can't say worst case scenario with that dude, because he'll go worst case. One thing I will say he's done is he made all of us realize he is batshit crazy. Bro is batshit crazy. You feel me? But that was gonna be a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? That was gonna be a bad situation. And I think everybody was in a pressure cooker. Even when you was on, like when you was calm, like we wasn't tripping, but you still was like, yo, like, yeah, you had to be like, wait, my mama whole retirement gone? God damn. You know what I'm saying? If you that person who take care of your family, like, damn, I gotta make some more money because my mama retired. You know, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So I think that put everybody in a situation. Let's go a little further, man. We ain't gonna beat on that too much longer. Let's go a little further. I got some good news for us, Sean. Something we gonna see that's real good. Heat check. Come on, boys. All right, NVIDIA gave us 5% today. Hey, we broke something. NVIDIA broke that 125. It had been struggling. Break that 125, so that was good. AVGO, shout out to Patreon, AVGO. We got in the AVGO play, but I gotta give my guy Marcel his credit. I think we up about 90% on the AVGO play, but I gotta give Marcel his credit. If we would have got it at the 167 when he said we should get in it, we would probably be up about 200. Because I got in, maybe, I think I put our play in at 190. We did a 205 call. So imagine at like 167, he was like, Trap, I think we should get in the AVGO. But it had so much uncertainty going on, I wasn't gonna put us in that water. So I gotta give my guys credit, because he called it. He was like, Trap. Even though I had said, not about that, but I was like, yo, I don't think we going no lower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we going back to that, right? So I can say, so hold on. I can say, Jose, we gotta get it. I think Nettie sent it to me. I said, I don't think we going back to the 1400s. 14,000. It was 1498, something like that. And I don't think the S&P is going, the NASDAQ is going back down to, let me see, I know what it was. Yeah, I don't think the NASDAQ going back down to 14,000 and the S&P going back down to, I think it was 42 or 39, something like that, what it was. And then I said it, but Nettie, yep, 48, there we go, 4,800. I said, I don't think we going back to 4,800, and I don't think we going back to no 13.9, bro. Like, I don't see that. I think we hit it, that's a wrap. So I can't say that we said that. I can't say that. I feel good about that. I'm not gonna lie. Because that was so drastic. So drastic. But I gotta give my guys credit, man. We got in the AVG call probably like 190. We put in a 210 call on it, so that 205 call, something like that, is going crazy. But he did say that, and I don't have a problem with giving people their props, man. He was like, Trap, I think we should get this AV. He was like, bro, it's 167. I think we should. I was like, hey, bro, I ain't messing with it. And it didn't stop going up since then. And AVG is one I want. So shout out to him for that, man. Meta, our people, y'all see Meta going crazy. I gotta just say something, bro. Like, at this point, Tesla is a meme stock. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, it's very few times that I'm flabbergasted. Right? It's very few times that I'm flabbergasted, bro. Earnings day, this stock was 220. 4.5 weeks ago. The people miss earnings, meets revenue, slashed guidance, almost got kicked out of the EU. The stock got down to 217. 4.5 weeks later, it hit 335. I'm lost.
So you said NVIDIA was the meme stocks and not Tesla now.
Well, they had their hand on me. They was pigeonholing NVIDIA. But I watched some of the things that Ginseng Wang said, and he really did a battle cry. He was like, let us compete. Let us compete. We don't care about competing. And I said, hey, if you fighting for what you, that's it. He was like, let us compete. If you want, he said, you won't be, if y'all, he said, we cannot downplay China. They going crazy. Let us compete. It's more revenue for America. It's more for America. We don't care about that. Just let us. I said, oh, he pounding the table. He pounding the table. He don't like being pigeonholed like that. And sure enough, the next day, he did a talk with Trump. And the next day, Trump said, hey, you know what? We're going to take the sanctions off we're going to take the sanctions off for the semiconductors. We're going to let them fly. They went crazy. Semis went crazy. Everybody but QCOM. Semis went crazy. So shout out to Leather Jacket Ginseng. Leather Jacket Ginseng pulled that off. Leather Jacket Ginseng pulled that off, for sure. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I just don't get Tesla. And I own a lot of it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I own maybe 600-700 shares of it, bro. I just don't understand this. How? Just because bro said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Tesla. They gone. They out of here. Damn. Bro, $100 in 4 weeks is nuts. Bro, that's nuts. That's nuts. Anyway, Netflix, my people, right? We love Netflix. DoorDash, Aint, AMAT, come on. AMD, come on, Lisa Sue. They balling out right now. Costco's pissing me off though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Costco's pissing me off today. Anyway, let's go a little further, man. I got something. You gone, bro? All right. Look at this, y'all. Put call ratio. That show you how bullish the market is. Look at that. 6.4 million calls to 4.9 million puts. That's a blowout. With a put call ratio of 0.77. I can almost promise you we back in greed. We deep in greed right now. The market is bullish right now. But I got a good stat for you, Sean. The VIX has now hit 18. The VIX has hit 18. 14 to 17 is average. The VIX hit 18.77 today, Sean. So that's not bad. We like that.
Yeah.
We like that. What you think about that?
It hasn't been at below 20 in weeks. Like
8 weeks.
A long time. 2 months. Like
8 weeks.
Just been staying there. Now we
8
finally
weeks.
out.
Let's go a little further. 69. Bro, remember we was at 4?
Wasn't that? That was weeks ago.
Bro, we was
weeks
at
ago.
4.
Now he has 69.
From 4 to 69 is insane. From 4 to 69 is insane. Now, I will say this. I do think we have some more runway before we start pulling back.
For sure.
I think we got a little runway. And here's why I think we got a little runway. I think we'll see a small little, but the reason why I think we got more runway is because it's crazy how just saying we're going to talk to China changes the whole environment, bro. Just saying, hey, we talking.
Yep.
So that this allows the market to put a little more risk on the table. right? And here's why. Because just the idea of not having 145% tariffs make you feel better. Right? Like, you're like, all right, 50%, bet, we can live with that, let's go. 60%? We get better than 50, 30%? They could go with that. 145% make everybody just be like, hey, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
All right, so just the idea of that. And if I promise you, I'm not gonna lie to you, if I hear anybody say they need a pullback, I'm gonna punch them. Yeah, if anybody say they need a pullback, we gonna fight. You had 8 weeks. You had since February the 19th. If you ain't getting that from February the 19th till yesterday, you really ain't gonna be in the market anyway. Real talk. Real talk. If you ain't getting the market from February the 19th, that's when February 20th is when we fell out. From February the 20th, then April 2nd, you had a massive. So from February 19th to April 2nd, you had opportunity. All the way till, so if you ain't get in between that time, if you say, man, I need a pullback, I'm gonna punch you. I won't fight you. Because you really don't want to play, you really didn't get in the market. You had ample opportunity. You feel me? But the problem is, what happens is, watch this, the one thing I can't say about the Patreon, I'm not gonna lie. Even in the red, we was making plays. We was going with our move. The one thing I can say is in that red, in the storm, we were still like, hey, there's moves to be made. We gonna figure them out. Some get washed, some get. You feel me? But here's the issue. The biggest issue is the market is so much noise, you scared to get in. And so now when the market moves, now you want the market to pull back so you can feel confident about getting in. You should have been got in right there. But the market always do what? Give you another opportunity to play the game. But don't be out here just saying, I want a pullback, we gonna fight. And that's on everything. That's on everything, yo. I'm fighting you. On site. Press charges, I don't care. On site. You know what I'm saying? On site. You know why? Because, bruh, watch this, bruh. You had stocks down 30%.
It was down 50. I think it was down
Tesla was down 52, 54%.
Yep. Now it's at 330. Crazy.
Stock was down to $220. NVIDIA got down to $83. Palantir, $68.
Yep.
Amazon, way under 200. AppLovin, 215. Meta, 525. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Man, Jose, don't even put that up there, dog. Because I'm going to get angry. Man, take that down, man. Take that down, bro. Don't put that up there, bro. Don't put that up there, bro. We had a fear and greed index at 4. You feel me? And we can go on and on. So why you ain't get in then? Man, you did have the money. If you ain't had the money in 8 weeks, what you waiting on, a lawsuit? What you waiting on? I'm just trying to, that's either 8 checks or 4 checks. What you waiting on? Let's go a little further. All right, before we go, where we going to next? I don't know where we going to next. Nah, before we go to certified, let's show the people the money. Then we go to certified. Let's show the people the money before we go to certified. Let's show the people the money. Let's show the people the money. Let's go to, come on, I see what y'all doing. Come on, y'all turn it up a little bit, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Trying a little something.
All right, so what I did was I got out of the, so we in the Apple play. Apple turned around for us, man. Come on, Apple. Come on, Apple. So what I decided to do now is to just, instead of just hiding the whole play, we'll keep the play and just take the expirations and stuff off it. So the Apple play is banging out they go to AVGO play. Now, mind you, let me say something. I took profit on AVG. So it says I'm up 24,000, but I think I took about, I want to say 35,000 off the table today because I was up like right at 60,000 on this play. I was up almost 60,000. So I took about, I went in a group today and said, hey, y'all, we up big on a lot of plays. 70, 80, 90, 100%. Let's just take some profits here, y'all. So we took profits. So actually, we took profits week 4 last and this week. So we've been, just know, that 1.5 million going down. I showed it to yours today. All right, so Costco, man, Costco, let me tell you something. This Costco play, listen to me. This play here, it's crazy, because I gotta love-hate. I love Costco, right? But they be pissing me off sometimes. At 12 o'clock today, this play was down to just me being up $17. Now, mind you, I was up as much as $10,000 with this play. Today, at 12 o'clock, when I checked this play, I was up $17. I say, I know you not about to do this. I know you not about to do it. I know you not about to take all my $10,000 and make me be up $17. I was up $17, bro. I wanted to punch this play, right? So, Meta, come on, man. Mark, I think this play was up 90,000. I know for sure I took 40,000 away from this play. 45,000 in profits out of this play today. Yep. Netflix, I took profits out of this play today, too. Netflix, we are big on that. We done took a lot off that one. Let me see something right quick. Oh, I passed my mark. We passed our mark already. We called out 1150. We passed that. All right, let's go a little further. All right, so NVIDIA, so that play was up, I think I took, so that play was up total, it was up 135,000, Sean. So I took a lot of profit on the table. Matter of fact, I had 120 contracts.
You took, yeah.
I got 60 now. I got 60 now. The QQQ play, that was one we put in a couple weeks ago. I took profit on that one. That went up like 80%. Spotify, we took big profits on that one. It was up 100, that's up 123%. That go to SPY play we put in the group. That go to SPY play we put in. I actually got the one we did. I was up 8,000, so I got out of that one. That go to SPY play we put in the group the other day. Visa, come on, Visa shaking, you know what I'm saying? And then this waste management play it's turning, man. It's not doing what we wanted to do. It's pissing me off, but we'll be all right. So I got like 3 plays on my list that I want to play with that I've been watching, but I'm going to wait. Shout out to my people in the group. I wanted to make the Palantir call. It got to what, 105? Yeah. I wanted to get the 98. Sucker shot from 105 to 130. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I thought we could have hit 98, bro. We was at 105. That's still range. That's $6. That's in the range, though. But I think that's part of me wanting to hit a certain number. And I'm not mad at it. Yeah. Definitely not mad at it, because now it's in no man's land. It's in blue sky. So maybe we'll get another opportunity. The dope part I like about the chart, when you look at the chart, is like once it gets into that no man land, if you come back down, you realize there's another opportunity. It now has set the opportunity, another footprint. That's what I like to say. It's put another footprint in it now where you can do that. So shout out to all my people. Shout out to my girl in the group, Katie. She says that the Palantir CEO is her baby daddy. All right, I love her for that. But she's saying that because she just believes in it that much. She be like, that's my baby. Like, it's to the point where, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, when Palantir stock didn't go the way it was supposed to go, I went checked. I was like, Katie, you're gonna be good. You don't worry about it. Like, like, I think the whole group, like, The whole community went to her because we just know how much she loved Palantir. So like the whole Triple Beam, we went to comfort her, you know? I'm talking the whole group was like, you know how when you try to find a good in something, like we was searching for the good, like it's gonna be all right. You know it's all good. Like they gonna shake back. I was like give it, I'm not even in the play. I'm like, hey yo, give it 2 days. You'll be back where you gotta be at. You know what I'm saying? The whole community, I've never seen nothing like that. The whole community, we wasn't talking about we needed to pull back. We was like, hey, what Katie? Hey, you gonna be all right, love. It's good. We got you. And then when it started running, I think we all went to look for her. You know what I'm saying? So like, she is the bullish of the bullish for Palantir. You hear me? Like, if I think somebody put the house on it, I would say her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, sir. And so, Katie, you got it, queen. You know what I'm saying? We love you, you hear me? She loves Palantir, bro. Like, love it. You hear me? Listen, you gotta find the thing you love, bro. Oh, and shout out to Jose, shout out to the lady who called the other week, who got the 600 shares of Palantir or something, right?
Yep.
And she wanted to sell.
Yeah.
Didn't she want to sell?
Yeah.
No, she said, I don't want to get in at a higher cost.
Yeah, she wanted to keep her cost.
Let him ride. Yeah. And that's when it was at 100, I think.
I was at, she had it, I think her cost base was like 24.
Her cost base was like 24.
Yeah, it was low.
And it was at 100.
Yeah.
She at 139. Man, she went crazy. Yeah, she done printed some money off that. Anyway, let's go a little further. So, you want to come join the Patreon, man? Come join us, man. Oh, I gotta set our monthly call for the Master of the Triple Beam. So we gotta have our monthly call for that. And I'm overdue. I gotta put the watch list in. For March, yep, April, I gotta put my 10 stock watch list. I ain't put that in. I gotta put that in. So shout out to my other people. I gotta put my 2 lottery picks in. So shout out to the Patreon, man. It's a vibe, man. Here's what I will say about it, bro. Up or down, we vibed out.
Definitely vibe out.
Up or down, we vibed out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of new people coming to. Here's the crazy part. Imagine this the part that's really kind of crazy though. Imagine coming into the Patreon and you got the last 6 plays I put in. You spoiled. Mm-hmm. You think I don't miss.
Mm-hmm. Trap's the dumbest.
You think I don't miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got people in the group like, dog, Trap. This is my first play. I'm up 20 grand. Trap. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. And it's not bad, but it's like, you spoiled now.
When you,
you know what I'm saying? Now you think I don't miss.
Yep.
You know? When you got other people in the group like, yeah, I'm getting back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We shaking back. You know what I'm saying? I done got back green. And then you got other people who like the OGs, they like, hey, I done hit, I done came, I done hit, I done bought a house, I'm good, Trap. Like, so you got so many different levels in the Patreon, bro. Like, it's just amazing to see.
Wild dogs, for real.
You know what I'm saying? It's amazing to see. And what I love about it is that we cultivating something, now that I'm really cultivating a group that is no trapper left behind. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same energy we got in the Trappers Anonymous. And it's no trapper left behind. And so that's the community we cultivating now. Is no trapper left behind. So I see them like somebody asks a question before I can get to it. Like they got 3 or 4 replies to it. You know what I'm saying? So for that, man, I definitely I like what's being cultivated, and I can't wait till we got a video for the Freedom Center.
We got the Journey to Freedom next episode.
Oh man,
yeah. We got the other Freedom Center video with
You see what's going on in here right now, huh, bro? Yeah. You see, bro, there's so much going on in here right now, y'all. Me and Bernard talked about it today. And he was like, hey, bro, like, he told me, he said, hey, bro, you getting busy. He was like, hey, bro, you getting busy. He told it to me earlier, because, like, the stage done.
Paint up.
This painted. Top room painted.
And it's looking like the video.
He asked me.
That was the vision.
He asked me. He asked, I said black. And then, Dave and them coming in next week. Screens going up. Screens going up. Right? And I don't know the screens going up. You know, me and Lashana, she been going back and forth with the roofing people so we can, you know, get this mitigated. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If I would have been a goddamn lawyer, I think I could have beat OJ case for him. I think I'd have been that good, bro. Like, I would have been bro. What's the best law school to go to? Harvard Law? Tulane Law? I could have, listen. You hear me? So that's coming. Once that's gonna be another thing. We done got a new grass cutting people. Boom. I think the people who hit me in the chat had reached out to LaShawna to get a bid for the janitorial service. Not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? As a team, we've been it's so much progress going on, bro. Like, and now it energizes me. You know what I'm saying? We made the room back there done. And hey, so put this in the chat too. Imagine I figured out what I want that room to be. And I told George, I said, I'm gonna let the market tell me what that room to be. A live trading room. Where you can come in, if you're in the Atlanta area, you can come in and live trade, right? So we'll have hours. So you'll have the 8:30 to 11 o'clock hour, right? So you set up from 8:30 to 9:30. We give you that time to set up and get ready. So you can trade from 9:30 to 11. And then the next trading hour is 12 to 2. So you'll get from 11 to 12 to prepare yourself for that 12 to 2 hour. And then you get power hour. You're gonna get from 2:30, from 2 to 4. So you get that 2 o'clock to 2:30 to just prepare, and you can trade that power hour. So we're gonna have a live trading room, dog. I'm super geeked about that, dog. I'm super geeked about that. Like, imagine you come upstairs, you in there, you like, yo, you got the tables, right? So you come trade, right? You come trade, and then like the TV up, you know what I'm saying? May have a couple TVs up, so you can watch different things, if you know the Bloomberg, whatever, but you got your thing. You know, the TVs won't be on, so they'll be on but not loud. So you can see what's going on, pay attention to what you got going on, you know what I'm saying? Come downstairs to the cafe, get you something, right? Depending on who the vendor is, right? You come to the cafe, get you something, like you wait, like, hey, bro, I'm up for the power hour, I'm up for the 2 o'clock, I'm up for I bet. Hey, you swipe your badge, you come in, you go up.
People are already asking for the price. I'm like, we got you.
I don't know yet. Me and Bernard ain't sat down on that yet. I just told him the idea. And literally, we was in there, I'm like, B, how many tables? I'm like, how many chairs? Because it came to me, I said, I got it. I know what this room is. This is our live trading room. B was like, so
shout out to Dance Girl said, I used to come to ATL for the strip club. Now I'm coming for the freedoms.
Ooh!
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, let's go. We got our freedom. So, wait, damn. Steve, we cut the thing off. My bad. So I forgot to say this, Sean. We are up. Okay, Freedom Fund is up 20%, Sean. Stop playing. We up 20.54%. And I got 2 new companies I want to add to the Freedom Fund. 2 new companies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll put me at 9.
How much you up? Percent?
I'm up 20.54%. We punishing the market right now, Sean. We punishing. So AJG, Costco, Meta, Netflix, Nvidia, Palantir, Sprouts Farmers Market. Yeah. And we sitting on, I got $373,000 in cash to deploy. So that means we gotta, Now, here's the thing. June is next month, right? Might got a little pullback month. June, July, slow down. Yeah.
What's that pullback percentage?
For the first time in a minute, also with all the profits we've taken, we now sitting on $505,000 in cash. Always, I'm active. We active now. Hey.
Gotta stop punching them.
We sitting on $500,000 in cash, guy, for the options account. I ain't been on $500,000 in 2 months, 3 months, bro. Trump punched me down. But we navigated. You've been chipping away. I want to say this too, man. You gotta have resilience in this game, bro. I love that about the Patreon too, bro. Like, they got resilience, dog. That's what it takes to win this game. I gotta give my cousin a salute, man. Gotta give my cousin George a salute, man. George opened the door for me 2 days back to back.
We give the market a salute.
Y'all know what that mean when George opened the door. I told y'all a long time ago, months ago, when George opened the door, that mean what? He making some money.
He printing.
So George made 3 option plays. He said, dog, I made $7,000 in 2 days. He said, boy, I ain't never did that. I said, hey, cuz, imagine when you have 1 day that's $7,000. Because you had your first $1,000 day yesterday, right? Nigga talking heavy.
3,000 in 1 day.
Here's the crazy part. He came like, cuz I did $1,000 day. My first $1,000 day. He ended the day like, I'm up 3,500. I said, oh, you talking crazy. Then he texted me again. He don't never text me that early. He texted me early like, boy, day 2, cuz. I said, ooh. I pulled up to the Freedom Center board like this, look. I said, okay. All right, let's go a little further, man.
About to say, we got the video with Cousin George just dropping them off.
You know what?
We got the video with Cousin George dropping them off.
Dropping what up?
Journey to Freedom.
Let's go. Show it to him. Let's go, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Closing time!
That day in particular, when it was time for closing on the Freedom Center, man, it just made me reminisce about the coming in, man. We had holes in the walls. We had no light fixtures up, no racks built. Maybe the second day I was here, they had 2 truckloads of merch delivered, and I just had a pile of merch in the middle of the floor in boxes.
Hey, bro, I just want to tell you, man, you really fought for me on this, bro, and I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's been a journey, bro, but listen, I'm about to wire the money out the stock market.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm about to do.
Good.
I'm about to cash out some profits from the stock market and get them. I'm going to wire that to my bank account, and then I'm going to wire that to her. That way I'm using profits from the stock market to buy an asset, bro.
Hey, Wallstreet paid you.
Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on us, Father. Man, you are so amazing, God. Words can't even begin to describe how powerful, how magnificent you are. But I'm going to take a few moments just to try. God, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for what you are about to do, not just in my life, not just in this team of people who you have blessed me with, but in the lives of the people that you have chosen us to impact. I just want to say thank you, God, for just believing in me in moments where I didn't even believe in myself. Thank you, God, for trusting me in moments where I didn't trust myself. Thank you, God, for deeming me worthy when I didn't even know the worth of myself. I come to you, God, before I say anything, I just want to say thank you.
Come on, man. Why you add some of the other stuff in it, dog?
I watched the show. It's come out the box.
All right, y'all, so that's our new show, Journey to Freedom. Y'all get to see from the beginning. Y'all get to see from the beginning, man, of everything we got going on. So the show comes on at what time, Jose?
8 o'clock.
In the morning?
No.
Oh.
In the evening.
8 o'clock Eastern time on the on the network page, right?
Yep,
on
right here.
this page right here. Make sure y'all check it out. How long is it?
This one a little bit longer. Look, people were asking after the pilot episode, they was like, yo, I need 15 more minutes.
Yeah, we got to give them 15, bro.
You
We
know
can't
what
give
I'm
them
saying?
8
Well, no,
minutes.
they wanted 30. No, it ain't no 8-minute joint. This don't like 20.
I think we could
25.
give them about 20 minutes, Jose.
Yeah.
We can stretch it out.
You know what I'm
Cam
saying?
been shooting for 6 months. Straight. No, nothing. Just every day. Did you want to do trap? Shoot. Shoot. Cam, I think we could give him a 25 minute, 20, 25
We're going to work on that 20.
We got enough content, even from the old one to the new one to here.
Nah, we good.
So, yeah.
We got that.
So I think we could give him 25 minutes. So definitely, man, so check that out. Let's get the numbers up on that show. That's our first show outside of Trappin Tuesday. You know what we got to do, too, on the show, bro? We got to make it like a real show. We got to put, like, the credits.
We'll add that.
We got to start putting the credits on the show, man. Yeah, man. Got to start putting the credits on the show. Gotta, you know, I ain't trying to pigeonhole my people.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. We on it.
Put our credits on that, man. Put our people on that, man. Let them people know.
Let's go. But you see George with the boxes, though? His arms was flexing?
Yeah. So the journey, the reason behind the show is, you know, so I felt like, so it comes on, the pilot episode came out last week, right?
Wednesday. It's right here on the show, right on this account.
On this channel, so what you gotta start doing is give me the snippet for it. So the pilot episode, we did it last week, and then this the first episode. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern time, on the Wallstreet Looks Like Us Not network, because we feel like y'all don't be wanting to go look at the old clips of this show, right? Jose be clipping these shows up, and y'all don't want to watch them, right? So we want to add something new to y'all. So, y'all, go check it out, man. It's gonna be good. Y'all get to see what it's like, the pros, the cons, the ups, the downs, the me fussing, and me like, bro, what the hell? You know, Cam catching me doing all kind of stuff, man. I'd be like, hey, man, turn that camera off. Yeah, so anyway, let's go, man. Let's go a little further, man. This week's Trapper of the Week is Move 9. So I remember reading about these people when I was in prison. And it was a group in Philly, man. Just a phenomenal group. Originally a Christian movement for life. It was a commercial organization that advances for nature, laws, and natural living. Founded in 1972 by John Africa, as a matter of fact. Move lived in a setting in West Philadelphia, abiding by philosophies on anarcho-primitivism. The group combined revolutionary ideology similar to that of the Black Panthers with the work of animal rights. So literally, one of the dope things about them was, like, it was a whole community, bro. Like, they ate vegan, they ate raw vegan, they grew all their own food, bro. They had their own doctors, they represented their own selves in law. They pivoted from Christianity, and they really adopted, like, I want to say, like, almost like Rastafarianism in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, they pivoted from that. John Africa was actually, I read up on a lot of him, and, like, he was so dope. And I don't want to really get into the political views of it, but, like, he understood that America wasn't right, you know what I'm saying, for Black people. But he navigated from, he studied some of the nation, he studied the 5% nation. Like, it was a really dope movement, bro. And the crazy part is, bro, like, they really bombed these people. Bombed the whole neighborhood, bro. Like, when I read that, bro, I was like, this can't be real. And this was in prison. And, yeah, bro, then we got a clip on it. Check it out, man. Check it out.
It was 40 years ago that the unthinkable happened here, 6221 Osage Avenue. A bomb was dropped from a helicopter on this building, starting a fire that devastated 61 row homes, killing 11 people.
You know, when I come here, I just get chills. You know, I hear the gunfire, smell the tear gas. You know, 40 years later, it's still there, man. It's just doesn't go away.
The neighbors of the Back to Nature group MOVE were fed up. Members were using loudspeakers 24 hours a day, brandishing firearms and making threats. Some members of the group had outstanding criminal warrants, and the city decided they didn't want the situation to become a repeat of the previous standoff with the group that ended with the death of a Philadelphia police officer.
We were put on standby that Friday that, you know, the city was going to try to talk MOVE members out of 6221 Osage. One family said, yeah, he can come in, get video out the window. Police are all outside. They didn't know I was up on the second floor. And I just started videotaping.
The top floor of the MOVE compound was covered with a bunker made to remove any tactical advantage from police if they tried to gain entry to the property. Multiple attempts were made to remove the bunker on the fatal day by using fire department high-pressure water cannons. Then the decision was made to remove it by dropping an explosive device.
That was their target, not the home so much, but the bunker on top of the house.
Mark Ciccone, a decorated Vietnam combat pilot, was working as the pilot of a traffic spotting helicopter used by radio and TV stations, and he was called in to help support the effort.
We flew a recon mission, a high-speed, low and a high-speed mission over it, and I told them there's nothing in the bunker at all, just sandbags and a can of gas. I relayed it to the policeman sitting next to me that the bunker posed no threat in my estimation. There was no one there. That wasn't an estimation, that was a fact. We stayed in the air till we were issued the order to go pick up the lieutenant and the bomb. We both landed. The lieutenant and the satchel charge went in the other helicopter. Then I took off just to be a high observer. I didn't see any, in my estimation, any reason to drop a tactical weapon on the roof to eliminate the bunker, which was their original target, since it consisted of nothing. So that's just my opinion, and I gave it to them.
The time in the home was tense for Pete Kane. He was hidden across the street, communicating with his station via wired telephone. He was the only unbiased report available because other reporters were kept blocks away from the confrontation.
They called it a bunker. I watched them hit that with water most of the day, knocking, you know, piece of wood off, plastic off, went through tear gas, went through the bullets, you know, whizzing by, you know, and then 5:27, the bomb was dropped. Out the window, I saw the flames. I was saying to myself, please come out the house, please. I knew they were in there. I never heard anything that from the station that, hey, they came out, they're out. So in my mind, I knew people were still in 6221 Osage Avenue.
Kane was at a loss for words as 40 years later he looked at the site of the MOVE compound.
You see the black smoke coming out of 6221. I'm on the phone with Larry Kane. I'm saying, Larry, you know, the MOVE house is on fire, fully engulfed in flames. And I said, the fire is spreading to homes on either side. Now keep in mind, all day long, I watched the fire department hit that house, that bunker, with water. It was maybe 45 minutes after that fire started that water was put on that fire. And when I left that house 3 hours later, this whole south side of Osage was fully engulfed in flames. I just understand why, if you knew people were in there, even the kids were in there, that it could have been handled differently. I can understand the gunfire and things like that, but if you can hit that bunker all day long with that deluge gun, you know, why not try to hit it more when that fire is burning? That's the thing that frustrates me more than anything else. You know, I understand the firemen, you know, lives being put in danger, but you're a quarter block away hitting it all day long. Why not hit it when that fire gets out of control? You know, that's frustrating to me.
When Kane walked onto Osage Avenue, you could see him tensing up, even though the homes had been rebuilt and the street didn't resemble the scene in 1985.
It brings back nightmares. It's a day like today. You know, 40 years ago, don't seem like 40 years ago, Tom. It doesn't.
Yeah, man. So if you have, you know, Go look that up, man. Move 9. And the reason why we posted it today, because I think today makes the day that it happened. If I'm not mistaken, I was doing the research on it. I just thought about it. The crazy part about it is they sentenced a lot of them from anywhere between 30 to 100 years, bro. Yeah, bro. I should be pissed off in prison reading about this. So if you never go check it out. Move 9, the Move 9 organization, man. Look up John Africa, man. Solid movement. Yeah, man, definitely a sad situation, man. But I definitely wanted to put that out there because they took the education into their own hands. They were like, yo, we're gonna educate our own kids. They wasn't getting Social Security numbers. They wasn't getting birth certificates. Everybody had the last name Africa, homeschooling, growing their own foods, everything, just independent of America at that time. So, man.
I think they got a documentary called Let the Fire Burn. It's about them.
Check it out.
Yeah,
Let the Fire Burn.
Let the Fire Burn.
Yep, check it out, man. And again, man, I'm gonna say something that people probably ain't gonna like, bro, but America always find a way to bomb black people. They don't never bomb no other race of people when they tripping, but they always find a way to drop a bomb on us. Remember, they bombed. Ain't the first time they, you know what I'm saying? They bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? How America always find a way to bomb black people, bro. They don't be bombing nothing else, bro. They be bombing us, dog. Like, how in your mind you think it's okay to drop a whole bomb on some people, bro? So, anyway, man, let's go a little further, man. All right, let's get into these markets, man. All right, man, so the S&P today is up 22% from the lows, right? And it's added over $5 trillion in market cap since April the 8th lows, right? It's added $5 trillion in market cap since then, which is good. Let's go a little further. All right, man, so the S&P 16 is up 16% since Donald Trump said it's a great time to buy. Right, so if you look at the chart, you'll see Liberation Day, April the 2nd, came all the way down, and right here, Trump tweets that it's a great time to buy stocks on April the 9th, from April the 9th. And I'm gonna tell you something, if you go look at a lot of charts, you'll see the same pattern right here. You'll see April 2nd, you'll see that bottom, you'll see that hard fall from April 2nd, you'll see that pop at about April 9th, and then you'll see that fall again around about April the... That's about the 15th or something like that. You'll see that same pattern on at least 60% of stocks. I promise you. You'll see that same pattern on about at least 60% of stocks. You'll see that same pattern. That fall, April. Hey, bro, listen. Here's the crazy part, though. So you see that spike, right? That's February 19th. Bro, look at that February 19th all the way down, bro. That is insane. That is insanity. I promise you, if you go look at a bunch of charts, you will see the same setup. Same setup. You see that same setup, bro. So what I would do if I'm you, if I'm going to look at a chart, when we talked about charting earlier, what I'll go do is go look at April 2nd, look back, see what you can identify, because you know April 2nd was I'll start at February 19th, you'll see that drop, you'll see that pop up, and then from April 2nd, you're gonna see that same setup on so many charts. If you go look at them like a daily, you're gonna be like, oh, wow, the same setup. But what you can start doing is saying, okay, let me look back a little bit from April 2nd to see what can I identify from April 2nd on back, right? Because that's when you know the market was moving in a way. Well, February 19th, you know it dropped real hard. April 2nd, you know it just plummeted. But if you go look back a little further, go look and see, go look left from April 2nd and see what you can see that you can start identifying. right? And really, I'll probably say from February the 19th, go back. Because February 20th is when he started talking tariffs really hard. You know what I'm saying? But if you go look at that, you'll see. But April 9th was the lows, but we are up. And April 9th, Trump said, now's a great time to buy stocks, and the market has shot up since. And I got another video. Do we got the video where he said what's next? What Trump said, what he said? Put that video.
Rising market will do. Oh, it's going to get a lot higher. In fact, I told people 5 weeks ago, this is a great time to buy. I got criticized for that. Now they don't criticize me anymore. People should have listened. But it's going to go a lot higher. You're going to see, we've never had anything like this happen. It's an explosion of investment and jobs, and great companies are coming in. Never seen anything like it.
It's a great market, great people in the market. It's incredible.
Should have listened. You should have listened. It's incredible. You'll never find another market like this.
Oh my God.
It's a once in a lifetime event. Okay? I got criticized, but you should have listened to me. You should have listened to me. Okay? This guy. This guy, bro. So he said that in Saudi Arabia, man. He said, he said the market's gonna go a lot higher. You right, we have never seen nothing like this before, bro. And we not talking about the rally. We talk about the stuff that caused, but how we got here to begin with. Let's go a little further, man. All right. So, again, so we go look at that chart from April the 9th, and we see that market pops up. We've recovered a lot of that back. So, let's go, man. Let's go further. Let's dig into it. All right, so inflation sees further decline, which is not bad because we want to see inflation cooling. Now, Donald Trump did just blow on Jerome Powell just now. I think he just called him stupid. This do be going crazy. But he's wondering why we haven't got a cut. He like, yo, now Jerome got a talk this week. He have a talk this week where he's gonna talk about earnings that just passed. So some people are saying that he may not even cut rates in June. Now, I will say this. If he don't cut rates in June, that will truly be, there we go, Fed will keep rates unchanged. This is the speculation. They're like 100% saying that he will keep rates unchanged. Fed should keep rates unchanged, 77%. 25% say the Fed fund rate should be 3.7. The likelihood of recession has now decreased from 70 to 53. And I think it is Goldman Sachs put out a thing today that said recession likelihood now for them is at 35-40%, which is kind of where it's always ranging at. I think the deal with China actually has released so much pressure from our people. The idea that they're talking has released so much pressure from, I think people didn't just know. My question is this the art of the deal? Is it the art of the deal? I've had that book for so long. The Art of the, you read it before, Lashana? What you think about it? Like what? Eye-opening? So I've had this book for so long, bro. I probably had this book. So let me say this. Before he ran for president, like, people used to, I don't want to say it, but like, he had a kind of his name meant something in the world, you know what I'm saying? And before I really just, I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't do that much research on him before he ran for president. Like you heard about his name. I do know he tried to get the dudes convicted, the Central Park 5 people. I remember reading about that and like, he crazy. And I also remember him saying like, yo, if I ever ran for president, like I would go as a Republican because they stupid. I remember him saying that. Like there's an interview of him saying that. And I was like, well, this dude crazy. You know what I'm saying? So But I remember buying that book a long time because he had this thing called Trump University. He had this thing called Trump University, which didn't go nowhere, but I really got on him from a money perspective because Robert Kiyosaki used to be doing a lot of stuff with him. So, and I used to, like, Robert was that guy. I'm not gonna lie, before we realized that Robert done sold us the same book 9 times. No. Robert is a genius. Robert Kiyosaki is a genius. He sold us Rich Dad, Poor Dad 9 different times. Changed the title on it. Bernard, bro, 9 times.
And then went to go get a $250,000 per keynote.
Listen.
Off of that joint.
Listen, then we got a $250,000 per keynote with the foldable whiteboard. Not even a whiteboard, with the tablet. And he's just writing on it with the Sharpie. And he doing the same quadrant. No new information. Killed it. Robert killed it. Robert is the financial literacy guru. And then we found out, Robert, you don't even do what you say to do with your money, Robert. What the hell? Then we found out Robert don't even do what he tell us to do. Robert, you and Kim don't got that money like that, Robert.
Come on, Robert.
Robert. Oh, man. Robert done made the whole book up out of thin air. Ain't no rich dad.
Ain't no rich dad.
Bro, Rob sold us on theory, bro. Rob got 6 best-selling books. They all the same book. How? Robert had us sold. I ain't gonna even lie. Robert had us sold. He had us, look, I don't wanna be in this quadrant. Everybody trying to get to the C quadrant. Robert, you ain't even in the C quadrant.
Right. And then everybody made their old version of it.
Listen. Bro, I'm Rob the ultimate hustler. Rob got to get hustle over a decade. He owned a decade. Robert owned a decade, bro. Like, no, listen to me, listen. Rich Dad, Poor Dad was the first money book I ever read.
Most people do.
He made me say, hold up. I'm doing this thing all wrong. Robert made all us say, hey, we doing this thing all wrong. Not even to realize, Robert, you ain't even doing it like that. But that's how I got introduced to Trump. Because Robert used to run with, he was like, hey, Donald Trump. Robert had everybody food. Robert had Donald Trump food. We all thought Robert was getting money. Robert said, I put all my money in real estate. Everything. I don't buy stocks, I don't buy bonds, I don't buy nothing, I buy real estate. I buy real estate. Now, I'm not saying nothing wrong with real estate, because I got real estate, but Robert, you don't do what you told us you were doing, Robert. We found out, Robert. Then you got us buying a goddamn cash flow board game. I done bought the game. And the game is really good. That's the crazy part. The game is really good. Man, Robert got rich off the damn. Robert got rich off the keynote and the board game.
That's what he got, yeah.
Because he didn't make that much money off the book. That's why he sold it to us 10 times. He did make money off the book. He changed the name. Then he started coming out. Then he milked us with the Rich Dad, Poor Dad long enough. He started coming up with other names for the same book. Fake. Why the Rich Get Richer. Robert, that's the same book. Hey, Robert cold-blooded. Say, now that I think about it, he finessed us. And my silly self, I got all the books. I got the whole Rich Dad, Poor Dad collection. Why do rich parents what rich parents teach their kid? Robert, that's the Rich Dad, Poor Dad all over again. It's the same book. My silly self got the whole thing thinking Robert gonna give us after I got to the 3rd book, I was like, wait, hold up. It's the same book. He done mixed the chapters up. The Rich Dad don't need much exist. Robert, you got the Poor Dad, bro. Damn. 26 books, bro. They all are renditions of the first book, bro. Then I learned something. He got a whole community where they do a tournament with the game. Bro, they got a whole rich dad, poor dad community. Now, one thing I will say is, though, Robert know how to talk. Robert, listen, watch this, though. Robert been saying there's going to be a recession. Soon as the recession in 2008 was over, he was like, oh, another recession coming. How? We just got out of one, Robert. That don't go like that. You don't go into back-to-back recessions like that, Robert. You in one recession for a period of time. And then the market, he like, hey, we're going into another recession. No, we're not. That's not how the business cycle goes. It goes recession, contraction, boom, and that takes years to go. Robert never had a rich dad, bro. It's all made up. Oh, yeah, that's what really pissed me off once I realized the whole thing was made up. I say, run amok. But I ain't mad at it because the book did give us some game. You just had to write it 26 times. Robert hitting him for $250,000 on a keynote. Stop playing. He bringing a Sharpie and a marker and a whiteboard with the flip from Office Depot. Man, let's get to we tripping, man. We got a whole show to finish, man. Anyway, rates done came down. I think 2% is the rate. But let's go a little further. Let's get a better look at how does inflation look, right? Here's a better look at it so we can really tune into it, right? So if we look at it from 2020, April 2020, right, and we go up to 2021, it's just the pandemic when you see that hill, right? That's watch this. You see the head and shoulders pattern forming? Come on, man. But you see, inflation was almost at 10%. We was at 9% and then it started coming down. And then you notice 2023, 2024. So there we are. It did come down last April 24. It did come down a little bit, but from year to year, you see how it's forming. So last month, we are lower now than we were last month, and it's coming down. So that's what the annual inflation rate came in lower than expected at 2.3. If you look at it, all items, 2.3, food 2.4, energy negative 3.7, all items less food and energy. So inflation did come down, and so that's why Trump is blasting Jerome Powell. He's saying, yo, everything is coming down, you need to cut. So yeah, let's go a little further. But the eggs are still high. Yep, that's a fact. Eggs are still high. Eggs fall 12% in April, but they still remain at a historically high level. The average cost of grade A eggs right now are $5.10 for a dozen. Yep, the average. Jose, you eat eggs?
Nah.
No eggs?
In light moderation, like super light. I don't like eggs, though.
Why not?
I don't like the feel, texture.
Feel like
taste.
I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah.
You eat eggs? Eggs still high. Let's go a little further. All right, but your money is losing steam. Is it or not? So here's a 12-point chance of price. Auto insurance is not where it's at. Household energy, rent, restaurants and meals, earnings, Medicare, prescription drugs. So Donald Trump did say that he's putting out a bill to cut drugs from anywhere between 30 to 80%, which is a big deal. Robert Kennedy said they are banning the dye that's in Gatorade and Skittles. So they say that'll start, I think, by 2026, they say they should have it out. So that's interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad at that part of it. Like, because you got to think about it, bro. I was looking at something the other day on TV. My girl sent me something, Jose. And it showed like when you read these, like it was showing Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, because I've been on her, like she hasn't been on Starbucks. Like, she used to be on it real heavy. She got off it, so she do the Delgado and stuff now. And it showed what 33 grams of sugar look like in a cup. Bruh.
Sinister work.
I said, oh, this why you got high, this why you got diabetes.
Yep.
This is why, watch this, this is why people go blind. This is why this is why we so sick, y'all. So the one thing I can say, like, I'm not a sweet fanatic at all, bro. Not a sweet fanatic, bro. But just, it showed me that, like, 90 grams, like, there's some things that got like 90 grams of sugar in it, bro. 80 grams of sugar in it. Like, they showed the thing, one of the things from Starbucks that got, like, I'm like, yo. And they showed the cup, bro, and it's literally like, this part of the cup is sugar. So, like, imagine having this every day. This is why you can't get healthy. This is why you can't sleep at night. This is why you got anxiety. This is why when you try not to drink sugar, you go through, imagine drinking that every day and the whole bottom of it is sugar. And that ain't mentioning none of the other stuff you drinking and eating. And let's say you got a bucket of Starbucks, and then you match it with a donut.
Cakes and pies.
You done match the Starbucks drink, whatever the sweet drink is, or the Dunkin' Donuts drink. You done match that with let me get the glazed twist right there. Yeah, yeah. Let me get the chocolate sprinkle. Yep, let me get that. You done double down on it. That's the one you like. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely wasn't gonna say.
Yeah, let me get the pink one, the pink sprinkles. Let me get 3 of them with a cake pop.
Then you're gonna drink a soda at lunch.
Then you go to lunch, right? And you got the Doritos, right? With the Snicker and a cold drink. That's why yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we definitely gotta do that, bro. And I read something that said, like, getting off sugar and getting off dairy is like getting off crack. Damn. And sugar is, so here's the crazy part. Not only is sugar bad, but the thing they substitute with sugar is bad. The high fructose corn syrup. It's even worse than sugar because your body don't even know what to do with it.
That's like when you go overseas and you taste a different soda, you're like, this don't even taste right. Because they say, hey, we ain't putting all that.
Ain't got all that stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, I was just talking to Pastor Keon Sunday when I went to church with my daughter, Mama. I'm sorry, with Natalie. I don't know why that came to my brain.
Speaking, I don't know if that's a good or bad. And it's stuck on YouTube forever, but you know. Get another opportunity. Because actually when you said it, my eyes said, really? Huh. Okay.
Let me sit on that for a second. I was in church with Natalie, my girlfriend, my lady, my future. And I don't know where, Jesus Christ. I don't know where that came from. So I was at church Sunday with Natalie, and we went to Pastor Keon church. And we was talking about Italy. We was talking about Italy. And I was telling him, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, the food there was phenomenal. Bruh, I ate a whole pizza and was not full. I was like, yo, this, before I knew I had ate like 6 slices. I'm like, yo, what? It was like, yeah, it's fresh. There's none of all that stuff in it. Then when I went to this place, Positano, and I made it. Like I made the pizza from dough that comes from the cow and the goat that's in the back. They're like, nah, everything that's in this dough comes from the ingredients in the back there. Phenomenal. And I was telling Nat, I was like, hey, I gotta bring you to Italy. I said, I gotta bring you to Italy. Like, I went by myself. Next time I said, we're gonna go together. I said, we're gonna have a blast, yo. I said, you just gotta see it. I said, it's beautiful, the food is good. So yeah, if you can go to Italy, man, definitely go to Italy, man. But even in Africa, when I went to Tanzania, bro, I was eating the food. So I went and stayed with this family. Well, not stay with them, but I got to spend a day with them. Bro, like it was so amazing just eating the food with your hand. Remember, you eat the food with your hands. Like ain't no phones at the table or none of that. It's straight up, hey, boom. So the food, it just felt different, bro. So yeah, man, like definitely. Let's go a little further, man. All right, 100 Trap Hotline. Let's get to it.
Good morning, Trap family. Jose, thanks for taking my question. What's going on, Trap? Hope everybody bright green today. Everything was popping. Everything was going on, so we should all be green. But anyways, my question is, with CPI showing, CPI is slowing down, right? It came in at 2.3%, the lowest it's been in the last 4 years. And the positive trade talks, given the recent catalyst for the rally in the market, we're less than 5% on, from all-time highs on QQQ and SPY, right? So do you think we're back in a bull market? We could be confident in this rally, or this 90-day pause? Do we see the same level of downside? If the trade talks with China sour, like, can we be confident? Like, are we really out the woods right now? Thanks, Trap.
What's good, King? I won't say that we out the woods because we still in the pause. But I do think it has given the market some relief, and the market needed that relief. Remember, the market naturally wants to go up. So if you notice, anytime you heard watch this, if you notice, anytime you heard any half-ass news, the market went up. Right? If you heard the only reason the market, watch this, it's so good. The reason why the market went down so much was because every day they got on TV and talked about, we ain't doing nothing with nobody. They robbing us, right? Howard Logan and Peter Navarro. You notice they're not on TV no more. Notice that. They not on TV no more. Who on TV now? Scott Bessent. Who is Scott Bessent? Scott Bessent studied under, what's this dude's name? George Soros. George Soros, if you know who that is, that's the dude that really broke the Bank of the UK. He set them under. One of the greatest investors of all time. Scott Bessent studied under him. He works for him. Who else is Scott Bessent? He's a fund manager. Notice the way that he talked to the market. Notice that. The minute he got the microphone, he started talking positive to the market. You can just look at the pivot. That's all I want y'all to understand. Right? Look at how the market, look at who went to speaking. Just look at who went to speaking. When the market was tanking, look who was talking. Somebody went and said, hey, get them nincompoops off the TV. Like, get them off the TV. Because you pushing a narrative that's sending the market. And I don't care what they talk about. I'm not looking at the market, bro. We know Donald Trump, bro. If we don't know nothing else about Donald Trump, we know one thing. He gonna look at that market. He gonna look at that market. You know why? Because he gonna pride himself on that market. He gonna we got a great market. No, the market is nothing is good. This is the greatest. The market has never done what I've done. It needed me. Without me, the market would never have done or have the highest stock market as ever. We have the greatest stock market of all time. Right? We listen, somebody, I remember I said, the minute I started seeing Scott Bessent, I said, hey, thank y'all. whoever made that decision, thank you. Because you put somebody in front of the TV that understand money. Now, I'm not saying Peter Navarro and don't understand money because they've been in the money game for a long time. But what problem is, you don't understand, like Scott Besson, top of the top. He studied from a great one. Go look up who George Soros is. He broke the, literally, not figuratively, literally, broke the bank. One of the greatest trades of all time. One of the greatest trades of all time. So I'm not saying you're going to agree with what Scott Bess is saying, but if you listen to him talk, he never gives the answer to make the market crumble. He always like appeases the market. Whereas Peter Navarro and Lupchik, they be like, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't making, they robbing us blind. This has to stop. Bro, what are you doing? Well, Scott be up there like, he got a weird way of talking too, though, right? But he be like, he'll say something like, we're in conversation, right? He'll say like, this is unsustainable. On both parties, this is unsustainable for America and China. This is unsustainable. That makes the market feel like somebody with some sense is talking. You feel me? Instead of, what they had said one time, this is a, bro, what did they call it? Damn. No, they called it like when you straighten something out, man. Damn, y'all help me in the chat. Not recalibration. I forgot what they called it. Somebody said, somebody robbing. Who, Peter? Yeah, Peter be going crazy. Hey, Peter, this is unsustainable. And he'll be like, I'm trying to answer the question, but before I answer that question, let me just say this, yo. Like, no, they are robbing America blind for years. Peter, that ain't what, who? Who, Peter? When? How? Then Peter said, this one I knew Peter didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Peter said, we don't want to do a deal with Vietnam. Vietnam has a surplus with us. They need to spend $300 million a year with us. Peter, their GDP is $400 million. How they gonna spend $300? How, Peter? The lady said, how? And he just got quiet. I said, all right, we dead. Get this clown on TV. Get this clown on TV, man. Get this clown on TV. So what you got, Sean? What you about to say? Yeah, they wasn't stock market media trained. But if you listen to Scott, he like makes the market. Every time Scott talks, the market like slightly shifts, calms down, right? So anyway, back to the question. I don't think that we are in the bull market at all. I think we've gotten a great rally. I think we still got a long way to go as far as you have to get the China trade, right? You have to get the China trade. It said Lutnick is a glazer. For sure, he is a glazer. Like at the highest level, right? But I think we are far from out of the woods. I still think I don't think we in that 20 to 30% profit range. I definitely can say we can go from 50 to 70% at our take profits. I think we go from 50 to 70. I don't think we're in a full-fledged bull. I think we got some stuff to go through. I think if we can get some more, like remember they said they had 18 deals on the table, right? I think we can do that. But I will say this, I do feel that the semis will rally. I do feel that the semis will rally. Actually, I'll tell the Patreon right now, one of the plays that I was really locked in on was SMH. It has so far to go. And I actually wanted to get in it the minute when he said they was taking the thing off the semis, but this was sold me on it. And this happened Friday, and I couldn't. When Ginseng Wang said, we don't got that, we got that one? We got that clip when Ginseng Wang said, let us fight, I won't fight, let us fight. Do we got that? I don't know if I sent Steve that clip or not. Let us show that clip, show that clip. This one I knew we was about to get busy.
Just to test a supercomputer requires a supercomputer. And we're gonna build NVIDIA's technology, the next generation of that, all here in the United States. Without the president's leadership, his policies, his support, and very importantly, his strong encouragement. And I mean his strong encouragement. Frankly, manufacturing in the United States wouldn't have accelerated to this pace. Manufacturing isn't about low-cost labor anymore. Manufacturing is about technology. And most of the factories that build these systems today are the most advanced factories in the future. And we're going to use artificial intelligence and robotics and omniverse digital twin technology to make it possible for us to create the factories of the future. And we ought to build it right here.
And listen, the minute after he said that, he sat down with my dog, Bill McDermott, the CEO of ServiceNow. They sat down, they did a deal together, and the first thing Ginseng Wang said was, we don't care about competition. Show that video. That's the one. Show that video. When he said this, I said, oh, it's game time.
The big announcement with NVIDIA today was the reasoning model that we've announced, and we want to be the workflow data fabric that allows all that data to come through ServiceNow, and of course, everything in ServiceNow is powered by NVIDIA.
AI has reinvented the entire computing stack. And agentic AI, these agents, are the most complex of software that the world's ever built. Remember, this is software that can understand almost any content, any PDF file you give it. It can watch video, it can look at websites, go into your database, look at SQL. These agents understand data of all kinds, raw data, unstructured data, structured data. It can reason about solving problems. It can think. And so this software stack is insanely complicated. The reason why we do it is so that we can help the world build new software on top of this new computing platform called GPUs. 6 years ago, we shared a vision that ServiceNow can very much be the enterprise AI operating system. And on this operating system, we would have all kinds of incredibly smart AIs that help us do work. And it's accessing data from all these different sources, just as Bill was saying earlier. Today, we announced this brand new reasoning AI model. It's called April Nemotron. It's fast, it's smart, and it's integrated deeply into the ServiceNow platform. So really exciting day. We took a huge write-off, about $5.5 billion. China is a very large market. It's probably going to be a $50 billion AI market in a couple of 2-3 years. It would be a tremendous loss not to be able to address it as an American company. It's going to bring back revenue, it's going to bring back taxes, it's going to create lots of jobs here in the United States. And of course, we just have to stay agile. Whatever the policies are of the government, whatever is in the best interest of our country, we'll support and we'll stay agile and keep moving on. The market for AI is just gigantic. Remember, enterprise AI that we're going after is brand spanking new. The $1 billion that Bill is going after for next year, that's the first $1 billion of enterprise AI. There's a $1 trillion opportunity out there to revolutionize the way companies are built and the products that companies make. Not just the way they run, but the products that they make. Every part of it is going to be revolutionized by agentic AI.
The big announcement with NVIDIA today was the reasoning model that we've announced.
And then right after that, they asked him a question. And Leather Jacket Ginseng, that boy said, hey, we don't care about none of that. Let us compete. Let us compete. He said, man, they all that. Let us compete. You let us compete, we win. And say, bruh, I'm not gonna lie. When he said that, and it was in this interview, I said, oh, I said, they gonna go. Right after that, Trump said, hey, no, we're gonna lift the things off of the chip sector. I said, it's go time. But that was like on a Thursday, and then that gap up happened Monday. I said, ooh, they went crazy. So I like it. Leather jacket ginseng. Anyway, so that's it, bro. I think we in that 50 to 70% range. I think we can let our plays stretch out a little more. I don't think we in a full-fledged bull market. I think there's a lot of news we got to get, especially, with even though inflation coming down, that's good. But I just think we need some of these deals to get done, right? I think we headed in the right direction. I will say this: we will know we will know June. By June, July, we'll know what's popping, for sure. June, July. It's crazy to think that we in June, bro. We about to be in June. Today is the what? Today is 13th, bro. We about to be in June. Half the year almost gone, bro.
Feel like a short year.
All right, let's go a little further.
What's good, Jose? What's good, Trap? Yo, this is Jay. Listen, my question for you today is, if I'm up 300 to 400% in a company in my buy and hold portfolio, like just say Meta, what do I do? I also got a barber chair for the Freedom Center. Shout out to all my Patreon people and all my people in Trappers Anonymous. We trapping.
Shout out to the OG, man. I like them glasses. He cool. I love to have a sit down with that OG, man. I feel like he know a lot. I feel like yeah. OG, so if you up 300, 400%, I would say that you still hold that position, but I'm not mad at you taking some of that position to start a new position somewhere else. But it depends on how many shares you got. So like, let's say you got 10 shares and you up 400%. Then I don't really want you to sell that. I want you to build on that. You know what I'm saying? But if you say you got like 1,000 shares, then I don't mind you moving. So I think two things we got to take into play. I think we have to, one, take in how much of the company do you own. I think anything under 200 shares of the company, you don't touch it. I'm gonna say this, anything under 300 shares of that company, you don't touch it. All right, because then we taking profit to build another position, but we haven't loaded that position up. So I think anything under 300 shares of that company, you don't touch it. If you got more than 300 shares, I think you can sell 50, 25 and start a new position somewhere else. You don't sell buying whole positions just to sit on it. You sell buying whole positions to get in new positions, right? So you take profit to get in new positions. But if you don't have at least 300 shares of it, I say just chill. Great question, OG. Let's go, man.
Hey, Trap. Shout out to Jose for allowing me to speak. I just want to quickly say that I am so grateful for your teachings. I'm so grateful for maturity and discipline and development. I got my tax refund back, and just to sum it up, for me, it's been hard out here for a pimp trying to get the money for the rent.
It's hard out here for a pimp when trying to get the money for the rent.
And so when I got my tax refund, I wanted to throw 40% at the market to try to just be eager to get some returns, eager to just have a lot of money to do something with it. But then I heard your voice in the back of my head saying, money that you need has no business in the market. So I had to humble myself. I said, all right, Sarah, chill out. Let's cut that in half. Why don't we put 20% and invest that for the options, but then we'll take the other 20% and we'll pay some bills up so that we have the less stress and more time to, focus on doing the options and studying the Patreon and getting this done. Everything in due time. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but slowly but surely, it's just about the returns. More wins than losses. So salute to you, Trap. I just appreciate all that you're teaching me. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. Salute.
That's a warm hug right there if I ever
Super warm hug.
That's a warm hug if I ever had one. You know what that was? That was self-correction. But also at the same time, what it was is when you hear a thing, right? That's the power. Watch this, yo. That's the power of the Patreon, too. That's the power of people that's in Trappers Anonymous, too, right? That's the power of us coming here every week, pushing that message, right? Because listen what she said. She said, then I heard you with a voice in my head that said, she did the right thing. If I know it's hard out here for a pimp right now, but I still want to invest my money, let me say, I ain't going to take that 40 because I know I'm going to need that. Let me scale down to 20. I'm still active with that 20. And then I can, man, I'm so proud of you, Queen. I'm so proud of you, Queen. Matter of fact, here's what I want to do, Jose. We're going to get her a cash out. We're going to send her $500. We're going to get her cash out. We're going to send her $500. Yeah, we're going to get her cash out, and we're going to send her $500. That's on my spirit, yo. That felt good. That felt good. You know why? Because you see somebody making an adjustment. You see, like, that's the best thing you could do in this world, yo, is make the adjustments, yo. Like, you go through it, you see it, watch this, the discipline. I want to put this money in here. Watch this. I want to get this money. I want to do this. I want to do that. But wait, I just said it's hard out here for a pimp. I'm trying to get this rent money. So if I put that $40,000 into these option plays, and I know it's tied to that rent money, I can't even function the way I'm supposed to because I know if it go down $1, the rent might don't get paid. So let me double back. Let me use 20% of it, and I know I got the rent covered. That's brilliance. That type of thinking don't get glorified enough. That type of thinking right there, we don't applaud it enough. For making the adjustment in the moment. Hey, nah, you know what? I'm gonna still invest. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna get the knowledge. I'm gonna get the information. I'm gonna grow it. I'm gonna build it. Man, we send out of that, man. Let's make sure we send out of that, Jose. I love that. Let's go a little further, man.
Yo, what's good, family? Thank you, Jose, for taking my question. I noticed that Hims has been printing money for those in the Patreon, and even CVS has been performing well, too. But when I look into the two fundamental analysis, they don't match up with the criteria you taught us in the course. So I was just curious if there was something I was missing, or if they were making those plays based off of just charting alone, or what the situation is. But it didn't really move me to move further than just looking at the financial strength and things in that nature. But so yeah, just curious on that part. And then I know a few weeks ago your boy was a little wishy-washy about going after those certs, but your boy got one under his belt, man. So we still on this mission, man. Salute.
Man, first of all, salute to that, man. Hey, I don't know, is this an unwritten rule that everybody thank Jose first when they get the question again? Everybody be like, man, thank you, Jose. They be forgetting me. They be like, man, thank you, Jose. You hear me? Like, is that a rule somewhere wrote down that say, hey, thank Jose before you... Are you using my profile on the Patreon or something to say that? No. Hey, you sneaking using my profile? Hey, thank Jose when y'all call for y'all question. Let me find out. Hey, we got to research this.
We work hard throughout the day to get them jobs.
Everybody come... Hey, thank you, Jose, for taking my question. You hear me? Figure it out. Everybody. I've been catching it. I'm like, wait, hold up. Sometimes they'll forget me. They be like, hey, thank you, Jose. Hey, but check this out, Trap. Wait, I'm the one answering the question, man. What you talking about? This is my idea, right? They be forgetting me. Hey, man, appreciate you, Jose. Hey, Trap, don't flush Jose this week, dog, but... Am I the bad guy up here? I don't understand what's going on here. I need to figure out. Jose, are you sneaking under my profile saying, thank Jose?
No.
Hey, y'all, it's your boy Trap, man. Y'all know Jose do a lot of hard work. Thank Jose.
I didn't get no response. That's
What's good, family? Y'all know, hey, y'all know Jose really work hard. Make sure y'all think Jose before y'all ask the question. It got to be. It's repetitious. Every time.
My God, that's hilarious.
Hey, yo, man, thank Jose. Hey, yo, Trap.
But anyway, Trap.
Nah, I gotta find out. I gotta find out. I gotta find out. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Talk to me. So yeah, man. First of all, salute to you, King, for that. We glad you bring that to us. Keep pushing for sure. I'm gonna be real with you. That's the reason why I haven't made the play in Hims. It's the reason why I haven't made a play with CVS. They have to be fundamentally sound for me. But one of the things as traders, you care more about momentum than you care about financials. And so that's why, one, I didn't get in it, but also I saluted everybody that was in it. I could have been got in CVS. You know what I'm saying? I saw the way Hims was moving, and I saw the way AbbVie, and I saw the way that the cigarette company, Philip Morris, right? AT&T, right? Intel. It just don't fit my criteria remember, I start off as a fundamental investor. Most 99% of the stocks we trade gonna be fundamentally strong companies. I saluted everybody in a group that made the play with Hims. I think a couple people asked me, like, Trap, we gonna get it now? I was like, nah, that ain't for me. But they doing it on their own. And they been knocking it out the park for sure. I would need to see the company at least become profitable, which is why you ain't see me invest in Palantir until it became profitable. That's why I wasn't in it when it was $7, and I got in it when it had its first profitable quarter. I said, okay, now we can start moving toward looking at it. So it's just kind of one of the things that I stand on. But nope, you on the right track, bro. It's not making money like that. But again, when you trading, you don't look for that. A lot of people don't. They focus more on just the movement and watch this, price action. Come on, stop playing with me over here, man. Come on, man. Boy, Trap been honey, man. Trap on the chart. Come on, let's go a little further. Come on, we got more content. Oh, we got content. I know for sure. Hey, we figured this out like this. Your identity is at risk, man. Look at this clip we found. Let's go.
Is it true that the Social Security number of just about every single American is available for sale on the dark web?
That is a true statement. All of our personally identifiable information, name, date of birth, form or address's Social Security number is available on the darknet and can likely be purchased.
That's chilling.
Yeah, it's very much a way of our lives, though, right now.
And purchased, I hear, for as little as $2 a piece.
Yep, very affordable.
No. When I ran across that, I said, this is crazy. Shout my guy AB, he said, yeah, Trap, price action is key. You know what I'm saying? For sure. This is why I love cybersecurity, Palo Alto, Fortinet, CrowdStrike. It's because when you hear stuff like this, you can't do nothing about it. But you also know that companies like CrowdStrike, Palo Alto, Fortinet, and so many other companies, their demand is going to be so high. Don't be surprised when you see Palantir slide into something like that as a protective agency, because they help with the government do a lot of stuff too when it comes to systems and infrastructure. So this is why I'm heavy on companies like that, because that's me looking toward, this is the future right here. Like, this is not going to go out. So when you think about a company like FICO, Who do you think they're gonna partner with when it comes to a cybersecurity company? When you think about a company like Meta that has all your info. Anytime you gotta put, so here's a cheat code I want all y'all to do. Any company that you use that you gotta put your information in, go see what cybersecurity company that they're using. And that's a good investment for you. So if you know you buying stuff through Netflix because your information on there, go see who's providing that cybersecurity. You doing Amazon, go see who's providing the cybersecurity for AWS, for Amazon. And that's the company you invest in. Because that's the company that's basically responsible for keeping you safe. I think that code went over. I think that cheat code went over their heads just now. They missed that. Let's go further, man. Amazon develops a robot that feels touch just like its human workers, bro. Not only that, but Amazon also doubled down. Jeff Bezos invested in their own cyber truck. Right, Jeff Bezos backed the EV startup. Slate says it has raised nearly $700 million, which counts backers like Jeff Bezos, Mark Walters as investors, has closed out its Series A and B series funding, is now looking at a Series C. Prior to the announcement, the company had reportedly raised around $110 million. Hey, bro, I swear, I promise, I don't want to use God in this. I promise you, bro, I promise this, I promise this, I promise this. They're going to let me in one of these VC rounds. Bro, I promise this, bro. I'm going to figure out a way. I got to get in one of them, bro. Here's why, bro. I was looking at the thing for Uber, bro. Somebody invested $450,000 in Uber, bro, and it's worth like a couple $100 million. And I'm over here like, bro, like this. So here's the issue, y'all, like that I have. Like, it's not really an issue. Like, this is why I say we gotta love the market, right? Because, now, I will say this. A lot of these things fail. So let me say that. Like, a lot of them fail. Like, imagine like investing in Olipop, and then it gets purchased by you out of here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these things fail, but bro, this where the money be at, bro. When you can spread that money in the VC rounds like this, them Series A's and Series, bro, if you can spread that money around like that, you get that one that hit, bro. I'm gonna get in there. Mark my word. I'm gonna get in there, bro. I'm gonna be investing in at least about 4 to 5 of these companies before they hit the market, bro. I'm gonna get in there. And I'm talking at least $500,000 each one. I'm gonna get in there, dog. I'm gonna make my way there, bro. Imagine, and bro, here's the crazy part. He not dropping like an insane amount of money in there. Look, the EV startup says it raised $700 million. Bro, Jeff probably just hit him with like 50. Now, I know you're looking at me like, Trap, that's a lot of money. I know it is, but he worked hundreds of billions. So he probably just dropped a like 50. Here go a 50 burger. Here go a 50 burger, and he probably got a 50 burger in about 10 of them. But if one of them go public, the 50 burger hits. The 50 burger now turns to $1 billion. 50 burger turns into $500 million. Damn. Then he got robots. Go back one. Then he got the robots that's touching, feeling. So you heard what Ginseng Wan said too. I think this went over people's head. And he said it in front of Trump. He said, manufacturing in America is not going to be the low-cost wage thing. It's going to be ran by computers and AI. That's what he said. So while we saying we got to bring jobs back to America, you got to listen.
That's what I was saying last week. You're gonna open up the warehouse, and there's gonna be robots in there.
You got to listen. He literally said it. It's not about low-cost labor. It's going to be run by AI. He said it. Go a little further. We almost finished. Right here. NVIDIA overtakes Apple as the second most valuable company. NVIDIA just passed Apple after hitting $3.1 trillion after a 5.5% stock jump. The rally flows as U.S.-China trade agreement and news of a major AI infrastructure deal project with Saudi Arabia. NVIDIA will supply hundreds of thousands of GPUs to power a 500-megawatt data center built by human, a Saudi-backed firm. The first phase alone includes 18,000 of NVIDIA GPUs. Damn. New GB300 Grace Blackwell super chip, bro. And look what he said. You need a super chip to build a super chip. You need a supercomputer to build a supercomputer. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Microsoft don't run enough to hold that spot. Because I think Microsoft got it right now. Microsoft don't run enough to hold that spot. Let's go a little further. Here we go. The $1 trillion babies. Microsoft, 3 point, bro, watch this. So NVIDIA jumped up one. So Microsoft 3.4. NVIDIA is now 3.18. I think Apple is 3 point. Amazon, Alphabet, Saudi Army. That's the only one that's not public. Meta, Berkshire, Tesla, and Broadcom, bro. Bro, imagine building a $1 trillion company, dog. Yo, we really bullshitting. We really bullshit. Watch this. Majority of these people started the companies that they are building in a situation like we are in now. Apple, Microsoft all started in somebody's garage. Facebook started in a dorm room. Jeff Bezos had like a crazy office space that had Amazon on a cardboard thing wrote on the wall. Elon, when he had the PayPal thing, when he sold all of that and then went slept on a couch. Man, we put too much thought into what the business is supposed to look like and not as much thought into how do we run the business the most effective way we can. And I'll be honest with you, I have been a victim of that. I was so focused on what it's supposed to look like in here, but bro, we've been focusing on the systems, what it looked like. I hit the team Monday with a fire. Hey, this is where we at, y'all. This is what we doing. Because my head because I'm telling you, I had to see a couple things that made me realize, oh, I'm tripping. This ain't got to be the Taj Mahal. It can be nice, it can be clean, but how does the business run? I say, bro, once you get the business operational, then you just keep getting better. You keep improving, you keep being efficient, you keep bringing in people that's smarter than you. Man, I heard one of the CEOs, I can't think of who it was, they said that. They was like, hey, I go hire people that's smarter than me at what they do. That way I don't got to worry about trying to do what you do. Huh? No, it was somebody recent. Yeah. You go hire people that's smarter than you at what they do so you can be really good at what you do, and then you paint the vision and everybody gets... Let's go a little further, man. And right here, the revenues. And here's why I said that the revenues from big tech, and I said this, I said the market goes wherever technology goes. Technology has led the market the last decade, bro. When technology is not good, the market does not do good. When technology run, the market run. The market cannot go without technology. It'll broaden out and it'll give it some balance, but the market can't go without technology going. And we see it right now. The S&P finally went green, barely, but it's green. NASDAQ, 4% from the highs, 5% from the high as well, right? Because that's what Let's go a little further. One more. Right here. And then we'll end with this tonight, man. Bitcoin back at 100K. Jose. Bitcoin has been on a tear, bro. Now, I'll say this. I never stopped buying this joker. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't really be talking about it, but like when that sucker got down to 77, I went bought some more. And what I like about the Bitcoin is like it ain't like stocks, like anything. Like you don't gotta go spend 77,000 to get. I just be dropping 5, 10, 12, 2. You know what I'm saying? I just keep doing it, bro. And the sucker is back to 104, bro. The sucker is back to 104. And MicroStrategy has followed it. That sucker is out of here. And I ain't gonna lie, I was one to criticize. I was like, yo, how you building a business you based on Bitcoin? They out of here. They out of here. I think they up like 20% on the year, bro. So that CEO got a strategy. Pun intended. All right, man, look, man, we had a good show this week, man. Hope y'all had an amazing time, man. Thank y'all for just tuning in, for being a part of what we doing, man. Again, man, each and every week, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all get y'all merch. Use code WARMHUG. It's over at 12 o'clock. So you got 2 hours, right? Sale ends. So definitely get your merch, get your apparel. Make George work, y'all. He been sending orders out too. We got more hats, George? Sold a lot of hats, man. So that's it for that. Make sure you come join the Patreon, man. Come join the Patreon. Come join Trappers Anonymous. Actually, I don't know if my girl put it in while I was out there in Texas, man. I hit one of my lieutenants up in the Patreon, in Trappers Anonymous, and we went and had Trill Burgers, man. Shout out to my girl, Chelsea, man. Me and my girl, Chelsea, man, I said, hey, Chelsea, I say, man, I will say this. I was trying to have a whole meeting with my Texas Trappers, but she said work. She said, hey, work was on me, so I missed the message. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to surprise my Trappers in Texas with a meetup at my girl's spot. But Chelsea said she had been locked in, so she missed the message. So I was like, all right, don't worry about it, I'll do it next time. I said, but on another note, let's go get something to eat. Andy Gray, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that, bro. We ain't on that type of time. Don't do that. Don't make something out of nothing, bro. Yeah, don't make something out of nothing. But yeah, man. So we did that. We had the Trill Burgers, man. Trill Burgers was fire. All right, so that was dope. But also, man, listen. Next week, meet us here. Come join the Patreon, man. You know what I'm saying? Come join Trappers Anonymous, man. You know, tomorrow, Journey to Freedom. Journey to Freedom. What time? 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Go see that. The other episode is out right now already, the pilot episode. Make sure you go to Apple Podcasts. Make sure you go to Spotify. Go download that, y'all. I want to get us in the top 10, y'all, by the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? I want to get us in the top 10 by the end of this year. So let's do that, man. Other than that, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Same time, same place. We'll see y'all next week, man. We love y'all. We out.